Help! I've been tossed overboard.
I'll have to bill you extra for my time.
Welcome to the show. You look incredible, like a dessert that owns a yacht.
That's exactly the vibe I was going for. You know, sweet but slightly out of your tax bracket.
Mission accomplished. How does one even shop for a suit when your head is...
Gold on my neck, gold on my hand, purple with the stripes, that's the walk of a man. Sidewalk shining, city lights humming, every step I take, they know a boss is coming.
Blazing the whip, gotta vanquish the needs. My kingdom for some poppy seeds. Yo, yo.
Police or zombie problems? Your tortoise won't stop breakdancing?
Try blue tape.
The miracle of our age. Yeah!
Hey, we love that umbrella guy. All right. Thank you.
I'm calling from Los Angeles, and I'm having a little problem. Under the name ThATuMBRELLAgUy, I sent him my phone number at least 20 times in the chat and told him to call me. He ignored me. I'm a man. I filed the report. If you guys could take a look at it and give me a call back, I would love to hear what you guys can do to help us. We really need to kind of stop this guy at least until Monday. I told him to call me.
You know what? I talk to your
Yo. 100K gone. You thought it stayed quiet, huh? 2G in the chat like. Yeah. You flash fake racks on the timeline. Captain said check me, did with grind time. 100 bands raised, 100 bands off. You the touch to the halo with a cross. 56K from an angel in the comments. Heart full of faith, you turned to the prophet. Screenshot saved, every promise, every pledge. Bank statement singing when you tweeting off the edge. You ain't built for the smoke, you invited. Try to play God, now the numbers indicted. Seems like razors cut through the myth. Whole squad looking like an organized grift. 56K from a donut thief. 100K gone, it's a stolen dream. Gotta stay dark, but the neck got teeth. Now you mean, and you clip, and you caught on stream. That umbrella guy, call it out on screen. Yeah, we see you, we see you. You prayed on the pain, turned trauma to a token. Each side story just a tool you were holding. Help the cause, every line pre-written, but the cause was your closet in the car you sitting in. You love weak links, hunt them in the thread. Baby, I care while you strip that bread. 56K from one, that's a life and ash. Your bar drip, that by time they'll never get back. That means get your face with a clown crown clips on repeat when the lies all fall down. Took a G on the mic, every chart, every slide broke down a breakdown, let the numbers collide. You can't hide from the playback, you can't scrub with the chat track. Every bless you turn backhand, every trust me now backfire. You ain't a boss, you a bookmark. Held on the page where the fraud start. Whole damn mark in a thread in the chart, history written in the sidebar remarks. 56K from a donut thief. 100K gone, it's a stolen dream. Gotta stay dark, but the neck got teeth. Now you mean when you clip, now you caught on stream. 56K from a donut thief. 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 On that map, 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 on that map.
Hey folks, how's it going today? Welcome to a Thursday edition of The Tale That Never Ceases.
That's right.
It does. It
Story
goes on.
that never ends.
Well, you know, I was thinking about this. Without Fed 2, we would have never gotten awesome things like in the beginning there. Blue tape.
Blue tape. Blue tape.
Yes, it is. It is the one curative of all ills out there, you know?
There was a lot of good times to be had with Fed 2, for sure.
I mean, really, too. Without this whole trial, I wouldn't have gotten to see people who I'm guessing like their spirit animal is a nicotine patch. I mean, you know, I mean, seriously, they're like the genie that lives inside of a crack pipe. Grandma,
Inside of a crack. Oh my God, stop it. It's too early for you to be this funny. Stop. What I love is that the ecosystem thinks we're going to be all down in the dumps or whatever, and it's like, no, we're still enjoying the show.
So Fed 2, the hilarious thing about Fed 2 is it, for the amount of money he spent, it actually reaped way more benefit than it could have ever. I mean, you could have ever thought.
She would never have been forced into bankruptcy without it.
Yeah, and well, not just that. Okay, you have them lose their minds. They end up, with all the stuff together, they end up going the state route, and the state route, it explodes spectacularly. It just implodes on itself, and it got them really desperate about bringing in other people. So you have Lips, for example, and without Lips, man, Lips is another route to certain people think they're good to go. And yeah, they're not. I mean, Fed 2, I don't know what'll happen with Fed 2, but Fed 2, I can say this with certainty. Fed 2, if it were going to ending now is probably a godsend for somebody that doesn't want to spend $500,000 more dollars, I mean, that you think about Discovery alone on 10 people. Holy God, man.
God, no, I wouldn't want to do it.
No, that would, I mean, the cost of that is just insane, So, I mean, it's, again, I wonder, and again, Jeremy would have to, answer this. A year after filing, after you've been in on this, when you're viscerally responding to these people, and you're just trying to make people stop doing this shit, stop damaging you, you throw them all in. You're like, man, I'm going after every one of them, and you end up with 10 people. I wonder if there was a do-over button, if you would pick out specific ones,
right,
go after them, and again, that doesn't mean this stuff is very far from over, and the bankruptcy is just, it's a nightmare. But the whole thing with Lynette Preston,
and Ohio is still not done. Like next week or 2 weeks from now, sometime soon, there's another Ohio court date, and they're not winning there either.
Well, I mean, the bankruptcy, though, is the amazing thing about the bankruptcy to me is it's a self-inflicted wound. Like it never had to happen. Because you're not going to be able to write off all that stuff anyway. So telling her, to go this route, oh my God, it is just a disaster. I can't see the upside. Like if I'm doing a pros and cons list, what is the pro to the bankruptcy?
I really can't figure that out. Like, what did she think she was going to get out of this?
Well, she thought she was going to write off all the cases. They told her that she was going to be able to write everything
But
off.
she can't, because you can't write off cases that are with malicious intent.
Yes, nothing willful. If you go out and willfully, see, that's so many people are confused about malicious. What does that mean? Okay, well, let's just let's just think. If I went out and I set my, I don't want to say that about my neighbors. If I set somebody's house on fire, that I probably, unless it was just an accident, if I went out and intentionally did it, if I willfully did it, that's my bad. I'm screwed there.
Yeah, malicious is willful and intentional.
Yeah.
And you can't write those off in bankruptcy court. Like, it's not going to happen. And by the way, those of you interested in the Laura Owens bankruptcy,
oh, that
go over that today with Flux on the afternoon stream on my channel. And oh my God, we got the audio of the bankruptcy.
All that from
Schnitzel.
Yeah.
And it was epic. We have a 36-year-old woman admitting she's never had a job her entire life.
That's
Not
wild, man.
never had a 9 to 5 W-2 job.
Well, she's going to have problems living like that now because, she's not going to be able to. Mom and dad probably aren't going to be able to support the claims anymore.
It turns out that mom and dad funding her is a problem because the DOJ attorney told her, you need to go back through your paperwork now and report that as income. Anything they've given you, everything they've given you, whether it's for phone bills, food, whatever, housing, you need to include it in your income because she said she had 0 income.
Oh, wow.
And the DOJ attorney was like, really? How are you living then? Well, my parents pay for everything. Well, you need to list that.
Then you have income.
You have income.
Oh my God. What an
So
idiot.
now, you know what's going to happen? Jan and Ron Owens are going to pay Clayton. That's what's going to happen. They're going to have to pay him.
This is such an insane. I mean, all of these cases, like when you look at this, the parallels that go on, that's like people
declaring bankruptcy, trying to get out of the shit that they did. It's unreal. It's the same story over and over again.
Look, I got to show you this. Okay, I posted about this today, but I have to show you folks this and Megan. So we're backing up, right? And out of the window, in the back, looks like a possum, right?
It does.
Yeah, but when you zoom in, it's a freaking stuffed possum. So our neighbors are clowns, man. They do stuff, funny. I mean, it's not like
they leave that on your doorstep?
Yeah. They left it out there like it was a ran over freaking.
My God!
It's probably like an old dog toy or something, and they just threw it over there just because
it really does look like a possum.
It does, especially when you're back. Like you think about how small it is when you're backing up. And it's out there. What in the world?
Tennessee neighbors, man, playing tricks. Your neighbors sound like a lot of fun. I want to know your neighbors. They sound fun.
They are. They're funny people. Oh, Lord. By the way, folks, I appreciate you. I know I had to take down the stream the other day because I still, my blood pressure, they told me 4 days probably.
Is it still high?
Oh, yeah. It's
Jesus.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how everything goes.
I'm sorry, but I'm starting to think your doctors are trying to kill you.
Yeah, I was like, they're trying to kill. I actually said to ask one of them, I was like, did I complain too much? Is that what happened?
You're trying to off me.
Really?
Just tell me the truth.
Maybe I should remind them that I still haven't paid all my bills to them. It's a little early.
You should.
Always leave something unpaid so they don't take you out. Oh my God.
Just remember, if I'm dead, I can't pay your final bill.
I noticed too, some people were posting about Janine Stark, and putting up some
Jeannie?
of her. Yeah, Jeannie Stark, and she she's now back to she was supposed to be a millionaire.
Yeah,
right?
I thought she was going to be a millionaire.
Yeah, now that's on hold apparently.
Oh, she's not a millionaire anymore.
No, that's on hold. Apparently, I think it was. Give me 1 second. Scrolling through my phone to see. I think what she was talking about was due to that, that house, the old house that she had talked about, that they had like a contractual disagreement, and she thought that they were going to get paid on the back end of it. Well, looks like they lost that. So
I thought she was talking about her insurance payment.
Yeah, I know.
Insurance.
I think it's about this insurance mess that they got involved with. So
she's something else.
She is, man.
I can't help myself though. I still like her. Like everything. There's something about Jeannie Stark that makes me want to hang out with her.
Oh, she'd definitely be a character.
She's funny.
She'd definitely be a character. But
I mean, there are very few people who could get kicked out of a grief counseling grief group.
Yeah, I mean, that's something else. When you're like, well, I'm glad that he's gone. It's like,
I'm so glad that he's dead. And people are like, what?
That's probably not the way to carry yourself. There was also one other thing that came up today in the last, dude, I'm not sure what the day was on this, but I saw this post. Now, this post was by Melissa Props, by the way. and it was talking about a Marla sighting. And, you know, some Marla sightings are funny and some are stupid. But this one was interesting because they were talking about Marla and her favorite fishing hole. Like, what's the problem here? You know, so you have Tracy here say, so maybe this has been asked before, but why is Marla saying that Jeremy stopped her fishing at her favorite place? You know, why does that exist at all? And Marla pops up and she's like, because I don't like to be filmed or harassed, so I go fishing elsewhere. Wait, what? So nothing ever actually happened. Like, listen to this.
So she wasn't banned from the fishing hole.
No.
She just chose not to go there.
And she
Oh
decided,
my God.
Yeah, she goes knives out for something that wasn't. So she's like, Jeremy Hales wrongly says he owns the banks of Otter Creek next to the road. For one thing, the state controls all highway easements, and the fishing spot is inside that easement. For another, Jeremy Hales doesn't even own the land next to the highway there. I'm constantly amazed at what the gullible will believe. Now, there's answers like Melissa responded to this. I've got it in two.
Well, so if he doesn't own it, then what is she complaining about? She can go there then.
Yeah, he's gonna film me. Well, it's not his land.
Oh yeah,
you know?
I'm sure Jeremy Hales has
Now-
nothing else to do than sit around
what's
waiting
really
for her
funny?
to come to the fishing
No, I mean
hole.
she's just batshit crazy. It's probably because she probably said something about, hey, you know, you and me and my mobility scooter make 3. And Jeremy was like, yuck. This is probably what happened.
Oh no.
Yep. She's like, hey, baby, you ever? I better not say that. I'm going to say it anyway. She's like, I can't take you on a train, but I can take you on a scooter. Oh, God, that's terrible. Oh, Lord. I'm going to roll tonight for some reason. Oh, the genie in the crack pipe one is still making me laugh.
I was telling Nick the other day that the ecosystem wants to fight us in a ring. And I was like, yeah, you know, that one big fat chick with her mobility scooter. And he started laughing hysterically. And he goes, wait, ask them, can you bring your own noble steed too?
Oh, that'd be awesome. We could joust.
Yes. Joust
Holy God.
with the mobility scooter.
Would that be our trial by combat? We could joust on mobility scooters. Marla, coming for you. Oh my God. I'm down. I'm down. You know what?
I'm
Marla,
in.
I will do that one. I will. You and me will go. I'll wear a mask. I'll mask up and everything. We'll go. I will.
Jousting on the scooters that you get from Walmart.
Oh yeah.
But first, you have to boost the scooter from Walmart. That's
Yeah.
we're
We're gonna jailbreak that thing. I'll get Travis. Travis is in the corner. He's souping it up for me. You know, I'm like, get those restrictors off that damn thing, Travis. I needed to go faster.
Hang on, I got a Kitorade. I'll be right.
Oh my God, that would be amazing. We need to really make that happen. You know, you pay to see that, man. I would, like I said, you know, I feel like I'm debilitated these days. You know, hey, I got all these blood pressure problems and shit. So, I'm at about quarter strength. You know, I still might put them at a disadvantage even at quarter strength, but I think that would be a lot of fun. So. Oh my God.
Okay, I'm back.
Perfect
Sorry.
timing.
Mr. Fox is working late this week, so I'm the only one on call.
I just noticed I was going to pull up that screenshot, and then I noticed you know how you like click on and open with the tabs, and I noticed there were like 17 million freaking pictures. I was like, maybe I should close a few of those out so I can find the right one. Oh Lord. Right.
Oh, I'm still laughing about thinking about Travis souping up the mobility scooters.
I'm still like your spirit animal is a nicotine patch kind of made me oh, shit. That was funny. Oh my God. Oh, I've been on a tear today. I've been, you know what it is? I've been, my oldest daughter, you know, she's right at 13. You know, she reminds me, even though she still has half a year, she keeps saying she's 13, and she likes to verbally joust, you know, playfully, but still mean. You know, she likes to go, and I'm like, hey, we can do that. You know, we've always done that. You know, even when she was little, she'd be like, Dad, if you don't pick that up, I'm gonna kick you into space. I was like, kick you into space? I'll kick you all the way into the sun. You know, you just go from there. You know, we just keep going, and you'd be like, you know, the reason that they reclassified Pluto, it's because I kicked you into it.
See, this is what happens when your dad's an internet troll.
Oh God. Yeah, it also happens like when your dad has been your primary for a hot minute. It's like whoa. You know?
Oh God. I see this reflected in my own children too. They're very good with the comeback.
Yep. Yep. I'm like, man, you don't have to carry enough because you get that verbal blade.
Yep.
But Melissa posted this there. He was like, Marla, number one, Jeremy Hales has never said that. Now, I did, like, for my part, I will freely admit, I pulled up a map and, you know, I marked off certain parts, making fun of Marla, you know, when I did the...
right, with the fishing hole. Yeah.
Yeah, but that isn't Jeremy talking. That's me making
No, that was you. That was just you screwing around.
Yeah, exactly. But you notice he does get a lot of credit for that, you know?
Well, they have to blame him. Blame Jeremy for everything.
Well,
even the things that we do, they blame
It's amazing, though. They get people that, like, literally, like, do the craziest stuff. Like, you know, tell people to sleep with clocks under their pillows and, you know, threaten all kinds of crazy shit. And they're like, but they call us fat. It's so mean. And then they make a memorial to mock us not delivering on a memorial. Oh my God.
Well, maybe just do what you say you're going to do, and then no one will mock you.
Well, that's their problem. Again,
I just do the thing they said they would. No one would say anything.
I'm telling you, what you do is you know, they wanted to hire people like Paint Chips and them. Sure. You go out, you get one of these quote unquote Hollywood fixers, you know, people who will make sure that law enforcement listen to the fact that that they stole money. You get them to contact them every single day. Geez, for $10,000, I bet you put one of their asses in jail.
Yep.
Be a lot cheaper, you know. Again, Jeremy's been very nice in his approach. Their approach has been pretty awful. You know, if he responded tit for tat, well, that would be a different story. But, you know,
I can only respond tit for tit, but that's just me.
Well, as I'm getting older and fatter, maybe soon I'm working on it. Soon. I really want that joust to happen now.
I do too.
Marla, I'm throwing down the gauntlets.
Don't say gauntlet. They don't know what that means.
No, they don't know what they're like. Oh, it's going to jab us in the hands. Look, we can. Oh my God, we can joust right outside on this public easement, right outside of our favorite fishing hole. Holy shit, that would be the most amazing.
We gotta get Zim. Zim's gotta be there. We'll use Zim's golf cart. we can joust against the Loofamobile.
No, God, if you hit that thing, God knows what'll splash up of it. They're like one of those, you remember those old Sprite commercials where like liquid flies everywhere? You're like,
oh no,
what is this?
Ew. God, no.
God. Lord, I'd be like, Lord, help us all. Oh my God, I'd be tested for everything under the fucking sun. They'd be like, you have hepatitis Z. Z? What the
fuck? In your eye, you know, like
hepatitis in your retina. You're like, how does this happen? Oh my God.
Oh Jesus. Oh.
I don't want to just the Loofamobile. That's gross.
I mean, you're taking back your interest.
I take the Loofamobile. No, I'll do mobility scooters, but I sure ain't throw down with the Loofamobile.
No Loofamobile.
Oh man.
Oh God.
Oh God. That's like That's like randomly fighting a crackhead. I mean, sure you can, but why would you?
Why would you?
Yeah.
That'd be like going down to Kensington Avenue and asking to get into a fight.
Why do you need this? God, it's like juggling dynamite. I saw this guy do that one time. It was it was the craziest
Juggling
thing.
dynamite?
Dynamite. Yeah.
Was it lit?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. It
shit.
juggled dynamite, way far away from people. It was like,
Oh.
it was the thing. He used to juggle chainsaws, and I guess it wasn't dangerous enough.
Oh no.
I told him afterwards, I was like, what would really make a good show? You should strap the dynamite to the chainsaw.
Did he ever lose a finger or an appendage?
No, but the whole time I thought, man, this is a fucking crazy show. And like, you had people pop up, but my God, I could have got this much for telling bad jokes, or something. You can juggle it, but why would you? Because you got one bad show with that.
Yeah,
This
one
guy,
bad
he really
show
did-
and you never work again because
he
you're
would be
dead.
like, I'm gonna juggle this.
God.
Oh, that's the weirdest thing ever. Oh God, I've seen some strange things in my life. I was like, how much of the white powder do you need before you ski those slopes? Oh God. I mean, there are some crazy people out there. Oh, by the way, if you are enjoying the show, tell people we're live. We are crying about that too. Listen to it.
We're crying. We're crying so hard.
It's sad.
When?
It's very sad.
Please tell everyone we're coping and crying.
It is.
It's happening right
horrible.
now. We're coping and crying.
It's terrible.
Actually, I can't tell you how thrilled I am that ThATuMBRELLA might go away.
Yeah, because anytime you would get an
It's
update
too
for it,
much.
well, it's about service. I'm like, how many fucking times can I talk about serving someone?
I know it's so boring.
I'm like, man, I don't work at a Denny's or something. I'm not serving. I don't want to talk about the menu.
I don't want to talk about serving these assholes anymore. Also, I personally think it will be a huge weight off of everyone's back to not have to deal with paint chips in court.
Yeah, well, they still have to make up their mind on him. Now, granted, I have no faith whatsoever in the court to do anything proper, but well, we'll see.
We'll
They
see
didn't
what they
seem to
do
like
with
him
them.
very much, but who knows? Who knows indeed. We'll see what they say about it. Like I said, I doubt anything will come of that, just because if they prove me wrong, that's not a legal statement either. That is a judicial statement, But I mean, and again, Fed 2, they still have filings. They'll do whatever they do. But that case.
No, I
It's an
hate
expensive
that
case.
case. To be completely honest,
Well,
I hate it.
like we talked
It's
about
too
before.
much. If I were
Well,
the
no.
one, I wouldn't want to have filed it because it's too much. Going
It's
after 10 defendants,
costly. Yes.
it's too much.
You pick them off. If
Too
you want a
hard.
good strategy right now to go forward, you take out lips and chips, because they've done so many terrible things. And
Oh, yeah.
once you have that in court,
Mhm.
then you go after the dumbasses that went out and they admitted they colluded with them, and
Mhm.
they went and they didn't just repeat a narrative, which is still a problem, but they helped construct the narrative.
Mhm, mhm.
Going out and saying,
Oh yeah, there's real causes of action against a bunch of these people.
yeah,
But
10
Fed,
at
I
once
think
is hard.
10 at once is hard. I think it's better to go after them individually, one at a time.
Well, saying that people have, they're they're conspiring is difficult. Anything, first of all, people don't understand that winning a case, period, is difficult. 98%, as we were talking about last night, 98% of cases do not make it to court.
Do
Now,
not
that
make
includes
it to-
settlements.
Don't make it to a jury.
Yeah.
That's
just-
a huge number.
Mhm.
Think about that. Really think about that. I mean, and truthfully, all the lawsuits I've been involved in never went before a jury. They were
Mhm.
settled before we got there.
That's typically how it goes. If
Yeah.
like when you normally get to the point that Preston and them go, Smart money's on trying to settle. Now, of course, they have nothing to settle with, but
Right.
you know, they didn't even try a
They
good
didn't
faith
even try.
settlement.
Yeah.
They didn't say, hey, you know, we'll note an apology. You know, you didn't do these terrible things, or you know, there's usually at least an attempt. And I'm not saying that Hales would have accepted that, but you know, there's usually something. But then again,
Oh yeah, for sure. Most lawsuits end up settling one way or the other before end up in mediation before they go to a jury.
That's
So
why they
it's
force mediation, you know, first of all.
they
And
want you to try to settle them out so that you don't take up court resources if you don't have to, and it makes sense
yeah.
to try. I've been involved in a mediation once. It was interesting. We had a judge, and it was funny. She was going between the rooms. So I was in one room. We were defendants in that case, and the plaintiff was in another room, and the judge would go between the rooms. So she would come and sit with us and talk to us about what the other side wanted. And we would say, no, we're not doing that. And then she would get up and go to the other room and talk to the plaintiff and tell the plaintiff what we said. And then she'd come back and it was quite the experience, actually. It was interesting.
Yeah, it's mediation is a trip.
Yeah, it's interesting because it feels surreal, but I kind of like it because I think you do get more done, and you're more willing to work with the other side if you don't have to sit across the table from them.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't put you in the same room, which is funny. At least they didn't for us. It was just the judge going between the rooms.
A lot of times, you know, if you have adversarial parties, it's one thing. When you have people that are hell-bent on destroying your life, it's another. I wonder, see,
Yeah.
the ecosystem too. You know, what's funny is they think that they're going to take their lap. Okay, well, if all the cases suddenly went away, don't they? You know, again, they can sit around and try to hate on Jeremy and harm him, but ultimately, people get bored and walk away. You know, the cases are what bring people, and you know, they've already done the damage. So he's out there trying to fix that. But if everything were to end today, they have nothing. Everything goes, you know, because all they are is they're Jeremy Hale dependent. It's amazing to me.
Yep.
And even with that, they don't. I mean, again, unless there's a huge controversy, look at the numbers. You know, look at a person like, you know, you have the top spot with the fats. Look what they have to do to maintain that, or what Lips and Chips are having to do right now in order to. Oh, by the way. Yeah, really appreciate people on their alt accounts that we recognize talking shit about a 6-year-old when they came in the other night. You know, I was not feeling very good that day, so I didn't see about it until afterwards. But that's pretty fucked up. You know, these weirdos, man.
What did they do?
Oh man, so you know, you get raiders. You know how that goes.
Yes.
And they were not only like putting some pretty inappropriate stuff, but certain somebodies were trying to super chat it in to make sure that they could talk their shit, hoping it wouldn't get deleted.
About your child?
About the 6, yeah.
Holy crap. That is so awful. By the way, your mods always do such a good job keeping the chat clean while the kids are in the room. Hats off to them, by the way, for dealing with that the other night, because that sucks.
Well, they've been instructed. Typically, we allow discourse and debate. I will not allow a bunch of jackasses to, number one, hijack my chat and attack people. We talked about that last night where they were trying it. And you're like, you can't do that. You can have opinions. You know, if you think FedTube sucks, you think Jeremy Hale sucks, you think I suck.
Yeah, you can say that. I don't care.
Who gives a shit? But
I don't care.
Yeah, any of that. It doesn't matter. You don't want an echo chamber on that. However, if you get your rocks off attacking a 6-year-old because
there's something wrong with you.
Yeah, I'm their primary custodian, and of course, you know, this is my job. So, but I'm not, you know, like some people might lock them off, you know, and let them do fuck knows what. No, I want to have an open door policy that no matter what I do, my kids can hit me up if they need something. You know, that seems like the least you could do, you know, and they get that for a few hours. I'm lucky. I'm fortunate I get to work from home, but man, nasty people, dude. Nasty people.
Yeah, that's not allowed. So
Well, they
don't
just
don't
banned
don't do
it.
that, folks, because
But
that's
you know, if you're
bullshit.
gonna do that, maybe don't do that under sock accounts that you used before it, people. Hey, here's a little secret, by the way, to all those dumbasses out there. I think this is worth saying. Where you're using those sock accounts and you don't think that they can be tracked. Facebook added a different feature. You can go in and you can also look at accounts also known as.
Oh, you're kidding.
I am not kidding at all.
Oh, that's great.
Leslie, I'm talking to you with that. Oh, yeah. You know, certain accounts that you were using back when that would pop up in certain are now archived rooms where you can't delete that anymore. Yeah, you can look at who that account, what it was also known
Leslie needs to just post under your name, Leslie, because we all know when it's you. Like, we can tell. And people were texting me last night, like, Lips was in the chat. She was using this name. We know this because she's the only one who says this certain thing. And it's like, yeah, I mean, Leslie, you're not fooling anyone. We know it's you. So just do it under your own name. Like, what's the problem?
What a nut.
You're not fooling anyone.
What a bunch of nuts, man. Anyway. Before I forget, let's read this before we forget about it.
Yeah, we're way off track.
For Marla there. Hales never said that he owned that area. She just started saying that one day. It's like, what the hell? You claim people are watching you everywhere. You're not that important. She did. She claimed that's why I was joking about vans being outside of her home. And now I put FBI because I thought it was funny. But she says that PI sit outside of her home and watch her all the time.
That's what Ray says. Yeah. They're all so paranoid. Like, anybody has the money to send PIs to sit out in front of your house. Come on.
Oh, but hey, they've all said that that's totally okay. It's totally fair and legit practice.
Right.
So, you know, they made that clear too. They made it clear they backed that strategy.
They did.
Mm-hmm. So I guess that's okay. And lie about everything and anything. Example, Jeremy Hales has a PI outside of my house watching me, filming me. I can see them smile. I waved to them.
What?
That's what she says. What a nut.
Jeremy does not have a PI sitting. Well, you know what? I don't know if he has a PI sitting out in front of her house, actually. I can't say that for certainty that he doesn't.
Marla.
I think it's funny that these people, though, they think that he does.
Yeah.
I want them to continue thinking that.
Yeah, maybe he
They're
does.
being watched all the time.
Well, now he's got all that extra money. He's not.
That's true. He doesn't have to spend it on Fed 2 anymore.
Maybe he takes 6 stacks over there just for the fuck of it. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to hire a PI for the next 7 years.
Yeah. Why not? He could. It's legal.
Oh my God.
I love
the fact
you don't like that,
Marla.
Think that's what's happening. I love it.
Oh my God.
So funny.
Okay, so I love that response though. I mean, she's responding to her, like telling her. And the next breath, she's like, JH has no clue what I look like. She does. She'll say stuff like that. Oh, they're watching me forever. They're taking pictures, smiling. And then she's like,
but he has no clue what she looks like? Why would why wouldn't he know what you look like if he's been watching you all this time?
Put a picture of yourself on Facebook. On your Facebook, you look like a freaking turtle, like popping. And maybe that's why you love these people. You're like, maybe they'll take me in at the rest of you. Save me from the PIs. I don't know. Maybe she is the one that got away.
Oh
God. God, that explains so much now. I understand it, you know. Oh God, I never realized, you know. 1 second, I gotta look something up real fast. Just give me 1 second.
Marla, these people are so paranoid. It's funny. I would like them to stick a PI on me. And they could report how I hardly ever leave the house.
Right.
And when I do leave the house, it's to go to doctor's appointments. What a gripping life I do lead.
I understand that now, though. Marla, you know, in all her turtle self, she's the turtle that escaped digging under the fence, you know, back when we talked about. But she's now suffering Stockholm syndrome. She's got to return.
Oh God.
So she's coming up with the story. That's why she's
Poor
always talking
Marla.
about John. She's really like, take me back, John.
Right.
Take me back. I love you, John. You're the greatest, John. You smell so manly because you never bathe.
Ew. Ew.
Put your crotch bandages. Take me back.
No. Oh no. I'm sorry. I can't.
She got lost. I'm like, oh, it's back this way.
No, don't put me back in the show. I'm not listening.
Crotch
Stop putting me back. Stop saying that in my ears. Gross.
Oh my God.
Oh, yuck.
Man.
I swear to God, if you bring up John Cook's crotch one more time, I'm out of here for good.
You know what all this tells you, though? My freaking ticker is made out of stone. Because my shit drops to nothing. My shit drops all the way. It starts to skyrocket. I'm like, man, I might have to go to the hospital. That shit was like at 161 over 108. I'm like, man, if it gets any higher, I'm going to have a real problem here. You know what? 2 days later, I'm cracking crotch jokes. I'm like, yeah, my shit's still high. Maybe I still see spots, but I'm sure it should.
But I'm still funny.
Yeah. If you'd like to support the show.
For more crotch jokes.
Indeed. Or less, depending on what you check.
Yes, you can pay him to stop making these jokes, folks. Please pay Tug to never say anything about John Cook's crotch again. Please, I beg you.
Let's be clear.
Crotch wrappings. Oh my God, stop. I can't take it.
Yeah, you never knew when you were popping on today that you would hear about them being a collector's item to certain folks. Maybe that's why he was coming over. That explains it. You know, they were talking about him dropping by and doing stuff.
Oh, stop.
Yeah.
No, I
he was
don't
dropping
know
off.
anything about this.
I don't know. I mean,
Chat,
we're allowed to
stop.
theorize and talk about everything.
Chat,
now, right?
help. Help. Look at the chat. They're like, no more, please,
Yeah,
God, no.
man. You know what? I've learned one thing. These people want to talk about all this nonsense stuff, man. Oh, look, Craig is like up. Oh man. Oh my God. You know, the
Craig's
grifter in
gonna
me.
pay you. He's paying you to stop.
You know, it's amazing. The asshole in me is fighting the grifter in me right now. They're like, they're mobility scooter jousting right now. Oh my God.
Angel Tug and Devil Tug are jousting on the mobility scooter.
You know, it's funny. They're like, Tag, are the meds working? I'm not taking anything right now. This is just all me.
This is just all Tug.
It's all me. I'm not taking a damn thing. They told me it would take.
You know
like
what? I
4
think you're
days to get all
funnier
that shit
without the meds.
Oh.
I think you're back. I like you.
The-
I like you unmedicated.
I think the funniest thing that has ever live streamed was when I had my appendix out. You know, I had my appendix out. No, it was my gallbladder. My bad. My gallbladder, because that's an outpatient thing, right? They just take it. They send you home the same day and they dope you up. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna live stream. I had all that crap they had given me.
Oh,
it was so epic. Somebody made a song about it.
Oh no, was it really good? Were you all
It was
doped up?
funny. Yeah, I'll have to find that. I'll find it one day. It's an old one, you know.
Oh, you should. I would like to. We should listen to that for our anniversary stream, which
Oh,
is
God.
supposed to be sometime this month.
Yeah,
What's
and
the
it
date
mentions
today?
it. It was really funny.
We're supposed to have an anniversary stream on like the 14th, I think. I narrowed it down. It was right around Valentine's Day, but I'm not ready for it. Damn it. I'm gonna miss our anniversary again.
Oh, no.
Don't worry, folks. We'll have a 3-year anniversary banger of a show.
That's right. I mean, honestly, like this stuff for real, like being for real, this stuff is nowhere near completed. The bankruptcy stuff alone, they were talking about another 5 months of just collecting stuff for the property, you know?
Well,
So-
and also even the dismissal process in Fed 2 is going to take a long time too.
Yeah, you've got to roll through. You got to roll through appeals. And again, who knows? I just when I'm talking about it, I have been very annoyed with Bolitho for a while. I believe that he is very biased. I believe that we saw it in the filing itself. Regardless of what you think about any of the Lanham Act or anything, again, regardless of that, Bolitho has brought in cases from the outside. He has a guy writing him letters. They are supposed to report that. Even if it's just making it to staff, they are supposed to report that. And we know that it is going to the correct address because it is the one, him and Hinkle, and they're doing nothing with it. That is 100%.
And they haven't put it on the docket. That's a problem.
Yeah. I mean, there are major appealable errors that I see. I think that you would, regardless, I would want Bolitho gone.
I don't like him as a judge at all.
Well, it's funny they're celebrating Bolitho right now. I thought he was a piece of shit judge.
Oh, I thought he was a clown.
Yeah.
I thought you guys were all calling him a clown. And
I sent emails to him. I mean, nut up, dude. I personally think one of the reasons that he wants it to go this way is so he doesn't have to deal with some of these people. Just stick it on the every person. Just let him deal with it forever.
It's not right.
It's
but
correct.
It is what it is. And Bolitho is going to do what he does, which is unfortunately nothing.
Well, I mean, it's like this, these people, they may be able to harm somebody's business and stuff. One thing they can't outdo is they can't out asshole people like myself, especially not Nick Recato or anyone else. So,
I love that they want Nick to be a part of this. That makes me laugh.
What idiots. They want the crowd that would follow that in. They think.
I know. They have no idea. They have no idea what they're asking for. But I love this for them. I love this story arc. Go with God, folks.
Indeed.
Go with God.
So Melissa continues here. Also note, JH, you didn't have any PI watching you. That's your fantasy. It's just you making up, I want to be relevant. I want to be important, story/live. That's 100%. Marla hopes she'll just say the most outlandish things. Like the stuff she pointed at Tina, bringing up, her loss. Some of the worst loss you can experience because she hopes that somebody will actually give her a little bit of the middle finger, because it makes these other people embrace her otherwise useless ass. Or how about you blaming Hale supporters for causing backup DCF calls when the article you posted yourself stated, quote, DCF blamed the installation of new technology that 2 months later, department staffers apparently still haven't figured out. Yes.
What?
Yeah, she posted an article that was saying, oh, there's so many calls coming into DCF. It's all the Jeremy Hill supporters that are, and she posted this article and it's talking about new technology causing issues.
Oh my God. So blame Jeremy for the technology.
Yeah, blame Jeremy for
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
It never ends. It never ends. They will blame him for anything.
Yep.
God, it's amazing. It's amazing. These people are amazing.
They are so insane.
I'm so proud of them. I hope they keep it up. Like I said, don't slow down now, boo. I'm so proud of you.
Oh, and I love this. Jeremy Hill's is mean. Has no right to have someone parked on his property towed. They're on the easement anyway. Laughing my, oh, can I come and just park my truck on your property? Sorry, but easement in Florida is 7.5 feet. Let's look at the picture here. You parked at your neighbor's, and this was your so-called easement right here. Oh, this is your easement? Shit.
How are people, how do they live like this, honestly? If my neighbors were like this, I would move. Like, I just couldn't deal with this.
How have they mastered skills like in, out, in, out? How do
you live without having to tell themselves to breathe in and out all day long?
I mean, maybe that's not a PI. Maybe that's a breathing coach. You're sitting out there. No, Marla, this. You got to breathe out, Marla. She's like, it's a PI. I'm not listening.
How do these people put their pants on in the morning? I do wonder, because it doesn't seem that they're capable of doing much.
So I had an interesting contact today, and I
did you?
first, I'm going to be a little vague.
All about it.
We'll be vague in some of this because I need to know how far I can
vague.
go.
He's vaguing, much like
Yes.
Madonna's voguing. Tug is vaguing.
Oh man, I almost said something terrible.
Come on, vague.
Yeah. I'm not going to make that bad joke. Bad Tug, bad. That was really okay. I got to stop myself with that one. That one would have been way out of bounds.
Okay.
So
I
got a
personally
contact.
would like to hear it though.
Somebody that talked about how they were a creditor, and wanted to know about some of this insane shit that's been going on. And
you got contact. Wait, you got contacted.
I did. I got
by
contacted
a creditor.
by a at first. Okay, when they
who is not Jeremy Hales,
who is not one of your normals. Let's just
not
say.
Travis,
not one of your normals. Although
no
today we're also going to play. So one of the things I want to play for today is Travis's video where he talks about the court stuff because it's amazing and it's Travis. Throughout all of this, the one thing that you've really learned and is I think been hammered in is the fact that Travis, he had no idea what was going on with the bankruptcy. He had no idea he had been added to one. 93 documents in, he gets a document.
Jeez.
Yeah, and he was terrified. He thought he was being sued. That's what he thought was going on. He thought he was being sued. So he did a live stream talking about it, and people were. They were kind of, walking him through because he mentions the lawyer and stuff. Like I said, he thought that the neighbor had brought in somebody, and I reached out to talk, confer with him, and just, again, not to try to pull him into drama or anything, but to confirm what I was thinking. Because when I listened to that, I did a live stream that night. And I thought, his reaction. A lot of people were like. His reaction there, oh, it's this or that. And I was like, no, his reaction is he was afraid he had been sued again because he was like, what? Not again. Not like he's terrified to be, but it's a waste of time. It's a waste of resources. And he thought he was being sued by someone else. He puts out the lawyer though, and people are telling him who it is. And he has no idea. But he attended the bankruptcy hearing that Hale's, talked about in his video. In fact, like I said, I need to do a stream. I will probably do it this weekend. I started through that, and about halfway through that long video there, I was having medical issues, so I missed half that stream. So I will probably go in and just start it, and I also delete. I like to be completionist. So, but I got a contact. And somebody's asking me about what's going on with this. Okay. So there are a couple of things that I know that came up that, well, let's just say they were noted. And because of their notation, I was like, man, nobody else would know this. Either it's somebody that is right here fucking with me. It's somebody that's ecosystem branded, but I very much doubt that from this stuff here. Yeah. But they were curious because of how insane this stuff came across. And it was them wanting, it wasn't wanting to know about drama. It's them wanting to know why the fuck this weird shit was going on. This whole, let me see, I'll pull it up. The whole thing with Saran Wrap and the document, that got shot down the other day. They were essentially wanting to know what the hell that is, because you imagine this. You imagine that you're a creditor. You've seen God knows how many of these things roll around. Then all of a sudden you get a moron that comes in, attacks another creditor because of you're finding out what sounds like a garbage case. An absolutely frivolous case, according to it. And they're trying to go after a creditor for sanctions. Wouldn't you want to know what that was?
Uh-huh.
So anyway, had a very interesting conversation off of that. And just the reaction is like most of us. What in the world is this madness? I mean, remember, so if people for some reason don't remember this, by the way, I just feel like I should add this in here. There were two things that the bankruptcy meeting was about. One of the things was homestead, how the property works and all of that. And the other thing was about this document here. If you have not read it, you should. Now you know the completion of it. You should read all documents, by the way. It doesn't matter. In fact, yesterday, one of the things I am always amazed by with the ecosystem is they will not bring up documents that are unfavorable to their opinions. You notice they totally wouldn't bring up the thumbnail decision, for example. They just pretend that didn't exist.
Right.
Or how the bankruptcy, like this right here. You notice this is just poof. It doesn't exist, like the decision on that. And they know how it went, they absolutely know how this stuff went. And yet, so we had out of the thumbnail.
We, on the other hand, read all the documents, whether favorable or unfavorable.
Well, the difference is I 100% think that Jeremy Hales is right. I like Jeremy Hales, I mean, 100%. I don't deny that. But at the same time, I'm not involved in this case or that case. I'm involved in one case. There is one case. They did make it personal with me, though. They have for sure. So I do have some personalized feelings in that as well. I think these people are scummy pieces of shit. But at the same time, we're covering a case. And whether it goes Hale's way or it doesn't go. You cover it. You cover it to the bitter end, and some of them suck. You got to remember, like Depp, for example. Remember, Depp had he had a case in the UK.
He lost big time.
Yeah,
and in fact, that loss led to more defamation against him in the press. Amber Heard went hog wild crazy with her win.
Yeah,
and everyone was so sure that, yep, he was an abuser. Yep, he lost that case, so it must be true. And of course, we all know that it wasn't true and that he got he got no good justice in the UK.
Nope. Well, it's just the way laws situate, but also the type of claim. So what they did, and this I think is a good lesson in if you're talking about protracted legal warfare. Because that's what you end up in with something like this. These people never stop. If they just stopped, then a lot of this stuff, win or lose, it would end up stopping. But they will never stop. I believe they will, just like that. But the team for Depp, they learned a lot from it. They learned, in the UK, they brought in everything. Well, I shouldn't say everything. They brought in about 80% of what they had, I think is a better way of going, which is a lot. In the US case, they brought in about 30%. So,
wow.
Yeah.
And wasn't the UK case the deposition where they caught her with the TMZ thing, with her putting her hand over her mouth after admitting it?
She also in there, not even that.
There was a part
footage. They had to tell her to stop texting, during any moment that she could, to stop texting or sending signals to her sister witness who was in the audience. Yeah, just crazy shit like that. I mean, just absolutely off the wall stuff. So,
man.
And they still use that, they still try to use that as a weapon. But, again, ultimately end up in a U.S. court, and she ends up on trial. But there were a lot of, the point in that is that from losses, you have learning lessons. As smart people, dumb people take it and they wallow in it, Now we get our egos hurt, of course, but that can make us a better winner. So, if you do end up losing, which they haven't yet, but if it goes that way, then that can help you later on. You take it, you learn from it, and you're dealing with people. Again, if a person can go in and build a multi-million-dollar business, and you have you have good lawyers on that when you get them together, You know, they have a much better chance again. And it's a humbling experience. And it's an experience too that it's costly and you don't want to repeat it. So, you know, you go in and you learn from it. I think, you know, in talking about this too, I think that Hale's, again, when they first filed, you want it to stop so badly that, you know, you go after everybody, and again, you end up in a case that might cost you $500,000. Is that that doesn't say it's a good or a bad case? It's just a very expensive case, you know,
and difficult, as we saw with all the service problems, etc.
Yeah, well, and we hadn't even gotten to them dodging actual depot and every other crazy
refusing
thing.
to turn over things in discovery. Like it's a nightmare.
Well, look at what Bolitho is allowed to. So you imagine the difficulties that you saw in Fed 1 multiplied by 10.
Right.
You know, that's just unreal. But anyway, for the bankruptcy mess, you had this being heard. So in the thumbnail case, it ends. You get a decision on it. The decision says that, number one, it was a garbage, fraudulent case. You know, they didn't even show up for. It's just unreal that happened. And number two, there's an entitlement discussion, an entitlement for sanctions. Now, they don't like this. It makes them, they're like, oh my God, the court overstepped, you know, blah, blah, blah. Give us money from Jeremy Hales.
That's always their answer to everything. Give us money.
That's what they think, Fed. It's amazing because I've listened to these dipshits talk and they think all of them are somehow getting a payday out of Fed too. And I'm like, one person it mentions, you know, again, they went with the anti-slap. So there potentially 1 to 2 of them could, you know, get because they had lawyers. So we'll see what happens with that. But the other ones, they went pro se. If they wanted a payday, they should have went with a lawyer. You know, you can't get expenses when you don't spend. So they didn't even get past service. I mean, really. But this is what they were hearing about. Now, that guy gets a lot of people curious, you know, and I don't blame them. I don't. So Travis actually made a video. Now, in this, Travis is working too. So Travis is funny because Travis is much like we are sometimes with, you know, we'll be talking about something and then we'll go off on whatever tangent too.
Right.
It kind of, you know, it makes me laugh on it. But he's talking about court, and I found him discussing this it pretty interesting. You're only talking about really 14 minutes. So, yeah, and when I play this, by the way, you definitely need to give his channel a click. You know, his channel is What You Doing Willis. He has 33,000 subscribers. He has good numbers there. This, you know, he could also, I've told him this before, but he doesn't like this approach. I told him, you know, anytime something comes up with this, if they directly involve you, make a video on it. Talk about it, man. You know, it helps you. And he's like, sometimes I don't want to deal with these idiots. You know,
that reminds me. Did you get my tweet?
Your tweet.
I tagged you in a tweet. Someone said something super rude to me.
No,
and it was about you.
Oh, cool.
It was really funny. Awesome. Oh God, who did this? Who did this? I just happened to check Twitter just now because I was going to look for
I see the trial by combat. That's
look
amazing.
at the trial by combat. Look at this. I'm sharing it right now.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love it. There's another one that's lower on there. There's a jousting and mobility scooters just with random.
Whoops, I didn't mean to remove you. I was trying to remove the picture and I removed you instead. Whoops. Oh my God. But yeah, no, somebody said something rude to me. Oh yeah, there it is. The jousting on mobility scooters. Look at this, you guys. With brooms.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I was trying to, I tagged you in it because somebody said something super rude out of nowhere. It was just out of nowhere, it was like, well, that's why you only have 50,000 subscribers and Tug has 300,000.
That's right, because I'm awesome. That's what they're saying. I agree. I am awesome. Thank you, random person. Thank you. Megan Fox is a monster. I agree.
I was like, well, thank you for your opinion. I'll make sure that Tug knows about it.
Thank you. Thank you for loving me. I appreciate you. That was the message, right? That's how I took it from that. You know?
Right. It was like, that you are awesome and I suck.
Yeah. Well, there we go. I mean, I'm awesome there. That's the real lesson.
Tug is awesome and I am not.
Thank you, random person.
You're just riding his coattails. I'm like, yeah, I guess. Like I'm hanging on for dear life over here.
You're riding on my mobility scooter, damn you. That's how it works. Oh my God. I'm like, get off my mobility scooter, woman. Get your own. Marla, again, if you accept this duel, I will crowdfund me a mobility scooter. And we will meet. We will meet. You know, I am only not actually, I don't think I'm joking. I really don't. I think I would bring my happy ass to Florida to judge you mobility scooter. I really do. I think I would do it.
Oh, it's good.
Oh God, that would be the most amazing thing. You know, folks, let me ask you this, folks. If Marla were to be like, yes, you know, unfortunately, they probably wouldn't follow through. They probably cowered out. But if they were to say yes, would you folks be down with that? Because I would. I think I would. I think I would set up a mobility joust fundraiser so we can make it happen. We could see if we could cordon off that part of right in front that she's complaining about for her favorite fishing hole. We could see if we could cordon it off like for an event, you know, or at least a part of it. And we could fight over the rights for it, you know?
I found it. Okay. Here's the rude comment that I got today. It's scary you actually believe that. I'll let Barney the cartoon raise your kids because you are too busy trying to make content for the internet. There is a reason you only have 50,000 subs and the Umbrella Guy has over 350. You are just a leech riding his coattails.
Yeah, really. Get off my coattails, Megan. Damn you. I'm telling you. Thank you, random person, for loving me. That's what I said.
Megan,
get on
Rich.
my level.
Thank you, Rich. Thank you for that.
Yes, Megan, get on my level. Thank you, you're a loving person. I love you.
Listen, what's hilarious is that this was in response to me saying, now get this. It was me saying, a parent's love is not a trophy or a reward. It is constant. It's offered freely all the time. And if you don't show love when their behavior is bad, they think you only love them when they're good. And that does a lot of damage. His response to that was, you're too busy to making content for the internet, you shitty parent.
That's why I love the internet in a way, you know, because like no matter what you say, like somebody's going to come out of the blue and be like, right in your face.
Yeah,
I kind of love that. Like
talking about loving your children no matter what. And he's like, you suck.
Yeah. See, I love that though. You know, it's one of the things that never lets you get a big head about it. That's why, like, you know, people are like, oh, how do you not take the internet seriously after you get to, you know, like you get a few 100,000. Some people get crazy, right? I mean, they get crazy. And I'm like, dude, I'm running with a pickle avatar and doing all kinds of shit. And there's random people all the time telling me like, you know, I suck and like terrible things need to happen. And people are telling me they'll have celebrations, you know, when I end.
When I die. Yeah. They're going to throw my obituary in the trash.
Oh my God. Did you ever hear about that lawsuit where Google employees sent cockroaches and spiders to their competitors?
What?
Yeah, let's see. It was a little while back.
No.
Google employees, spiders, and cockroaches.
No, but that's hilarious.
Oh, it's crazy. They lost, of course. Yeah. There was a harassment campaign in 2019 to 2020 that there was a lawsuit over, you know, and it was because you had these here. maybe it was eBay. I said Google. Maybe it was eBay. Yeah, eBay must pay $3 million. Here it is. I found it. I said Google. My bad. I'll retract that one. They're all the same to me. That's why I got there.
Google, don't sue us. We meant eBay.
It doesn't matter. I retracted it there. But look, eBay must pay $3 million after its employees sent live spiders and cockroaches to a couple as part of a harassment campaign. So
you would have really liked getting that in the mail. You would have been like, yes,
yeah, I've been like, awesome. They sent a bloody pig mask as well. They also started like subscribing them to like erectile dysfunction magazines. I mean, just crazy stuff because there was some kind of competitor, you know.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh, it's so nuts though. Like this one, if you ever want to read about a really crazy freaking oh my God. I mean, this is an absolutely crazy. Just look up again, eBay. I said Google, but look up eBay and cockroaches and spiders.
That's crazy.
It's one of, I was like, man, is that real? I remember reading that one time and wondering, I was thinking, man, you know, really when I started talking about the leg warmers, it made me remember that case.
One Lego warming. You know what's hilarious is that Veronica, she's got this thing on her leg. It's like a leg sock. And we have to put it on or whatever. It's just on the surgery leg. And I had to get her to PT the other day and she's wearing shorts, you know, because it's tough with the brace and everything. And it's cold here, really cold. So I'm like, what are we going to do with your exposed leg? I need to get you something to keep your leg warm and we can't put pants on. So I went and got a leg warmer. I put it on her and she goes, one Lego warming.
That's funny.
Oh, that joke is going to live forever in my house. Summer.
I'm trying to get the jousting thing. I'm trying to get Grok to make it work too, you know, to make it move.
Mm-hmm.
I'm making some other ones in Chat GPT.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Oh yes. My God, that's funny. Like, oh, they even for some reason I was just like, my instruction was to have the figure here. They fatten me up a little bit, which is a little more lifelike. I like that too. But as I'm jousting a morbidly obese woman on a gross. But pull up her pants. Gross.
Pull up her pants.
Yeah. They put her on there. I can't even show this one. I was like, they gave me one and it was jousting. I was like, that's funny, cool. You know, make it funnier. So they added food and stuff falling off of the mobility scooter, but they also had her pants like down a little bit, and you can see her underwear line. I was like, yeah,
nobody needs that.
Oh, this is awesome. Check this out.
Pull it up. I want to see it.
Oh my God, this is so good. Look at this. And then we got to play Travis.
All right, we will. We'll get to it.
Look at there. Here we go. Listen to this. It's even got wording.
Take this, you masked weirdo.
Not a fatty.
We'll see about that.
Fatty.
Take that.
It made it. I didn't even give it instruction. This is just when I uploaded it. It decided to make that one.
I love it.
What in the world does it my shirt say there? Now. It
what
says, now I have the gun. Oh my God. Mobility scooter meltdown.
Mobility scooter jousting. You know, this could be a hit cable show. God. We should sell this show to Hollywood. I think this would be a huge
throwing down the gauntlet.
This would be a huge win. This is a big hit. I feel it.
It is.
Who wouldn't watch mobility scooter jousting? Honestly. Is there one of you who would not watch that?
Especially for internet problems, you know?
Yes, all internet beefs must be solved by mobility scooter jousting.
Oh my God, it's so amazing. I'm feeling really good about that.
Whoever can knock the other
one,
whoever can knock the other one off the scooter first wins.
Oh my God. I don't know, man. Some of these people, I don't know if that's doable. Oh God.
Yeah, you get a real disadvantage against the fatties because they got that weight on you.
I mean, whew, you got to put some like shock absorbers on that sucker. Like you don't have to glue them to it. Gravity does that for you. Okay, here we have
all right.
Travis for the day.
Professional.
Now, yes, indeed. Indeed. You had to poison that mantra, though, didn't you, Megan? You are right about her. What a monster. Poison my professional mantra. The devil.
It's not my fault that it makes me laugh uncontrollably every time you say it. It's not my fault.
I'm glad
being so funny.
I'm glad I never got in the habit when I was actually doing professional work. Could you imagine that? If I'd been like, professional. And some dude with like psychosis. I'd be like, you really are talking to yourself. Oh my God. You're wearing a wire.
He'd be like, you hear the voices too.
You're communicating with my teeth. No, sure do. I'm not, I swear. Oh God, man. I could do like a series of shows just about some of the crazy client stuff.
I bet.
Oh Lord. It's interesting when you have a person like totally serious. Like, do you ever watch your words fly out of your mouth and have to catch them with a butterfly net? You're like, what?
Yeah.
No, I've never experienced that. Why have you?
God, that must be quite the existence.
Yeah, well, it was weird. I was like, why? And I was like, no, because you got to get that, the mask of profession.
Yeah,
like, no,
everything's
why?
totally fine. It's all
why?
fine.
He's like, why have you? He's like, no, I've never owned a butterfly net.
My words just get away.
I was like, holy crap, this is amazing. Man, I loved talking to some of the schizophrenic guys because they're some of the nicest people, and they understand that reality is askew. And you have people that obviously are in horrible situations, but you have people that are like, I'm happier this way. This is better.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. I've actually talked to people like that too, who say when they went on the medication, they didn't like it as much.
Well, you do see that from, the types like a Lips, for example. I mean, with these manic emotion, there's no consequences in those times. And, they know better, but they just don't care.
Right.
And when you start medicating it and clarity of thought rolls in, then they're like,
it's not as fun.
Yeah. It's fun to it's fun to go out and spend every dollar that you have on crap that you want, but you can't afford. That's fun,
Yeah.
It's fun to drive your it's fun to gamble and drink and do whatever, but it's also life ruining. All right, here we go.
So I'm gonna get back at watching this. We got about 15 minutes till court. And then we got some more stuff to do. But anyhow, court day. All done.
Court
No,
day.
not with the work and the watching meditations with Willis, but with court. So I just got done with the Zoom call, and man, oh man, let's talk about this. Actually, most of you probably already know by now because this video isn't going to come out till Wednesday. But yeah, wow. How entertaining was that? So anyhow, we're going to get these stakes up out the ground. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and I got the stake puller.
Look at all this work.
Set up.
You know what's crazy,
But,
by the
What
way?
is he doing? What is this project he's working on?
I don't remember. Honestly.
It's cool.
He tells you. He tells us
this giant piece of property.
Well, what's crazy is he goes in and does all types of work. I mean, these people who do nothing in life. Absolutely nothing. They target
Travis
a guy.
is always working. Oh my God, always.
Well, that's him, Hales. All these people they are grinders.
They're grinding.
They're always grinding. Yeah, and these people take aim at grinders. Because all they have in their life is
doing
trying
nothing.
They derail. And they're like, I too would like to own a porta potty. They're like, my God, Travis must be a king. That's not a bucket. That's a throne. I mean, it is blue. It's giant.
It is. It's true.
Yeah. So the court was interesting. I took some notes to, just so I kind of remember myself. I have to look at the timeline. But for the most
Can't
part,
even stop working to tell the story.
What do they
He
call
works
him?
the whole day.
Roseron or something. The guy that they call Saran.
Saran wrap.
Anyway, he was there. And then you had Shockett and Divine, the new attorney. Hopefully this microphone's working. And
you know what I love about him? He didn't do a mic test either. He's just like, oh, I hope this is working. I hope this crap works, right? You gotta love that.
Yeah.
And so it takes where you at? Hey, over here. It takes a minute to kind of understand what's going on, especially because I really had no idea what's going on. But ultimately,
so see, okay, here's Travis. Now you got to understand. Again, this is the first document he's got, and of course he shows up for it because he's involved in a lawsuit or bankrupt. He doesn't know what it is. He's getting served legal papers, so he thought lawsuit at first, right? But and these people did have him involved in a lawsuit. They are talking about lawsuits, basically trying to write off money. So, but I mean, when you look at him, you can just, like I said, you can tell he's never been informed of any of this stuff. He never got the original documentation. So it's nuts. He got one document out of 93. That's unreal. And he's not the only one. That's another thing. So I've talked to some people, I'm not going to say who, like I said, but there are a few people that I talked to. And the interesting conversation point about that was that, we know that there are wrong names that are being used, first of all, in that. So certain people, of course, they're not going to get their mail that way. Because again, you're mailing it to absolutely the wrong person. But on top of that, most people in Otter Creek use P.O. boxes, and we know that. Remember the whole mess with the post office?
Yeah.
Well, most people are using P.O. boxes. So these people, all they've done in the bankruptcy to quote unquote inform or make contact is to list their an address, a street address. Now, who knows if they get mail there or anything? They've done nothing to find out, if these people are getting any of this communication.
That's not good.
No, it's wrong is what it is. It's totally like when you're talking about, again, this bankruptcy, there are people that think you can slip this stuff through. But unfortunately, when you operate that way, there have been many proceedings that have been set aside because creditors were not informed,
Mm-hmm.
I was looking that up. I got curious about it the other day. I was like, well, what happens, if as a creditor, you're not told about a proceeding and then you go in and you're like, hey, they listed this, but they didn't put in my right name. They're not mailing me where I can get that. Nobody's informed me of it. What exactly happens? And yeah, apparently that can be one heck of it. Again, I've never looked at bankruptcy and been that concerned, but 2 cases now have me really interested in it,
Right.
All right, let's continue.
The judge comes in here. Okay. Go over it a little bit. I'll go over it after work. So the judge enters at 10:36. Just like the one thing. He had the letter. That was funny. The document. This document here, which document number 93, remember all the drama llamas who were like, he didn't show it. Blah, blah, blah.
They
you guys
did.
had already seen it. Duh.
They attacked him. They did an entire show talking about how he went on and he talked about he was going to show this document, but he didn't show it. And the reason he didn't show the body of it is because he didn't know if he could, He thought he was being sued. So he thought it might cause him a problem if he showed the entire document on there. But he did.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, again, a lot of people, like if you're served something, that scares most people. Like he has, in this, he has no idea that essentially, like he's powerful in this hearing, and all of this stuff they're trying to write off. Not only that, but now most of the people, if you look at who receives their mail now, most of them, they have someone like Randy that is that is in there representing. So they're kept apprised of everything that's transpiring. But if they're not, again, many of the large corporations, they don't give a shit. This is just part of doing business. You get a phone written off or whatever, it's a certain amount, no big deal. But with a regular person trying to write off lawsuits that haven't even happened yet, come on, man.
Man, you guys are funny. So anyhow, yeah, the judge comes in. Well, first I enter the room, right? And then they got to verify me and all that stuff. I'm dual working and working. I'm working and working. Working on telling you what's going on. I'm working on filming a video, and I'm working on these things.
Working and working.
10:38 starts, right? Everything starts. The objection to homestead exemption or whatever like that was. So from what I understood, I guess maybe there's a couple things being discussed. I don't really know. But I'm guessing that was that I think that got pushed forward for a while or something. I don't know. So to give chance for the discoveries and stuff like that. So I think that's been pushed forward, right? So here we're gonna.
Yeah, there's a lot more that has to be done with that. So we did hear more about that. Hales was talking about. I love the fact that we get multiple. We have a true layperson in Travis. Somebody that they don't really care about court cases or anything, and they're seeing this play out. So this is where you meet most people. And he's like, well, I don't even know what this was about. It would help too if he would have been included in the earlier discussions about all of this stuff.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Oh, it's better to look at the track. Track looks a lot cooler. So yeah, for all y'all people who only like the drama, come hang out with me at the track. But yeah, so I think, if I'm not mistaken, that thing got extended for a while. Yeah, so that happened. And like I said, you guys probably know most of this already. But it was very entertaining to see the emotion for them to try to claim damages on us. The judge told the dude, y'all didn't even show up to court. Y'all have nothing.
Right.
Y'all have no damages. The way, again, I'm talking to you guys in lane.
That's exactly what Hale's noted too. So you have this cross-referencing. I like this as well, but it's a good point. When exactly did they actually have any damage? Because they didn't even go to court, and
you didn't even show up, so you didn't have to pay an attorney. Your attorney didn't show up. Nothing. Where are the damages?
Well, it was their case,
Yep.
Ultimately, you're saying I was damaged from a lawsuit that you yourself brought. How does that even work? What kind of garbage, I'm going to sue you for this fraudulent case that I brought. And I'm suing you because a judge said that you will be awarded damages for it or sanctions for it.
Right. Yeah, you damaged yourself.
Yeah. And, a judge looking at this, first of all, judges, they don't like going against other judges, they don't, unless they will. But, unless it's something that's egregious, like in this, the court had every right to talk about something that was that limited, that narrow in scope, and we heard about the why. We heard about how it was something that she had brought, number one. And number two, when she did this with bankruptcy, she was making the sword and the shield attack, like it's noted in the documents.
Layman's terms, right? So, the judge is the defendant or the counsel didn't show up, but yet they're still trying to ask for damages.
Right.
The judge is just man, I can't even probably believe. I'm sure this is what the judge is thinking, but I can't even believe that. That is, how in the heck are they wanting damages for a lawsuit that they brought on, right? So they brought this lawsuit on and then dismissed it the eve of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Bizarre. So I'm bringing all these up. I got to flatten all this out.
No, actually, you know what that sounds like? It sounds like a scam, like a shakedown.
Yep.
If I were a judge, that's what I would think. I'd be like, man, they're really trying to shake this dude down no matter what they.
Right.
It's just wild.
and that way the grass will grow back here come this summertime. So, but yeah, so, and this is kind of like all in just a little nutshell, you know, as you know. This is the first time I've had anything to do with any of the court proceedings and stuff like that. Hopefully this thing isn't too loud for you. But yeah, like, so ultimately,
isn't it amazing, by the way, he has been sued, and this is the first time that he's ever received anything or anything. I mean, like, not just the bankruptcy, but he was sued as well, and he got nothing from any of it. So
wow.
Yeah, trespass 5 and this never got anything. You know.
So was he even served?
No.
No. Wow.
Yeah, he got nothing. Like I called him one time because I was trying to figure out, you know, it was back when those cases were just there in limbo. And I contacted him, you know, he'd give me his contact number from that way back when we set up a live stream. And I thought, well, maybe he knows something, you know, he's part of this. So, you know, I'm going to run down some people. I'm just going to ask some people that are involved. And, you know, Hales isn't involved in that case. He might know, but why not ask somebody that's actually, you know, it's listed as a party. Right. So I contact Travis, and Travis was like, you know, the other day I reached out to the court, and the court told me they have no idea what's going on with this. Oh my God. Haven't done anything.
Great.
I thought that was amazing, though. He was like, the court doesn't even know. And he told me, he was like, there was something on the docket. I can't remember what it was, but it came up, and it was misread by a few people. You know, like, again, it was just a docket entry. So there was no document with it yet, but it had been misread. And Travis thought it was something negative potentially toward him because, you know, a few people had said, oh, maybe that's about them. So he wanted to find out, hey, have I done something wrong? You know, nobody's ever contacted me. I don't even know what's going on here. And the court didn't even know.
They didn't even know. Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing to hear.
Denied. I think the guy had 2 motions that were denied, and the other one I think was scheduled for a later date, something to that effect. That's, I believe, the way I understood. Again, like you said, you guys probably already know, but yeah. And also, you know what else I noticed was, man, I hope some of you drama llamas are watching. Sorry for all the noise. What else I noticed is that guy, he was like literally reading off something that was written for him. The Saran guy, Razaran or whatever you call him. He was literally reading off of something, and you could tell it wasn't like he was just reading it. He wasn't really acknowledged, I don't think, on what he was reading. And the funniest thing about it was, you know, because Shock and Divine, you know, they're very professional attorneys, and so after the Rezaran guy got the chance to talk about why they wanted to sue for damages or whatever. And then when Randy had the opportunity to like talk afterwards, Randy goes, Your Honor, number this, number that. What he just said was exact opposite of the law. Literally. And that's what it was, from what I understood. Like
well, that's from the argument. You know, if you look up their brief, actually, you know, again, I would not, if you're an attorney or something, obviously you should never be using AI. But as lay people, we absolutely can. You just see where AI sources from. You have to know what exactly to ask it, you know, how to phrase questions, because otherwise it'll interpret in strange ways. That's where a lot of the AI hallucination comes from.
And it also wants to tell you what you want to hear.
Yes. So
because it's been programmed to make the customer happy.
You've got to watch your language. You've got to make sure that when you talk about this stuff that you ask. In fact, a lot of times I'll ask it to begin with in more of an adversarial position. You know, I don't ask it like something straight up. I want it to tell me, you know, in the light most favorable to the, you know, to Saran Wrap. And it would look at some of his filings though and be like, this is bad. This is wrong.
Well, all you need to know about what kind of lawyer he is to watch that appellate court take him apart.
God, that's amazing.
Make fun of him for not proofreading his own motion.
God, I've got to relink that. Let me make myself a note.
Oh, it's so funny.
You know? Let's see. Let me make myself a note.
That's one of the best court hearings I've ever seen. They just destroy him. Did you read your filing before you submitted it? They say to him. Did you read your own filing?
And now with everything else, it was amazing. So after the Fed 2 thing came in, they were talking about all the outstanding lawyers that are anti-Hales. And I was looking at it, I was like, they were talking about the people they panel and the lawyers that have represented. And I was like, okay, well, let's look at them. You have a disbarred lawyer.
A felon who spent 4 years in prison.
Yeah, you have retired in lieu of discipline. Mm-hmm. One that, amongst other things, got a 50-page paper about AI hallucinations.
Yeah, 50-page order from a judge screaming at him.
A scathing one. It was amazing. Then you have Stark, I would say a lot on, but since he's out, we'll just say not a good lawyer. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Scott Stark did not strike me as a good lawyer. Yeah, BBB, well, everybody knows BBB. I'll leave it at that too.
Yeah.
So really, who are these amazing lawyers that we're hearing about? Like where are they? Because the people they have on panels, most of the time, they aren't lawyers.
Right?
Then they definitely weren't good when they practiced either. If they were good at it. God, the most headline, they pull the same tricks as back then, like trial by combat. That's old hat.
Yeah, he does that all the time.
Yeah, trial by mobility scooter. Get on my level. That's what it is. We can remake the People's Court. You remember that show?
Yes, I loved that show with Judge Wapner.
Yeah, exactly. We could have AI Judge Wapner. He could
I love it.
Yeah,
I love everything about this
mobility
idea.
Scooter fights. Actually, I like that guy. Remember the cartoon, the celebrity death matches one? So, back in the day, like MTV would have those. Yeah, I'd love to have that guy. Like Marla again. I'm throwing down the glove. I would say the gauntlet, but again, like Megan
again, they don't understand what the gauntlet is. They will accuse you of trying to cut off their heads.
They'll be like, "Oh my God!" They probably think it's whatever Travis. They're like, "He's got a gauntlet." Like, no,
watch out! He's got a gauntlet.
Oh my God!
Again, you can't be claiming damages on something that you brought upon yourself. You know what I mean? You filed this lawsuit.
Yeah.
And now you're wanting I wonder if he used Chat GPT. But literally,
Chat GPT cannot say with certainty that someone does. Have you ever ran a bunch of things through it and it's like, no, that does not look like that at all. When I put through Saran wraps, it's like probably. That's the amazing thing about it. With most people, it errs on the side of caution, and it's
no. I can't tell you for sure.
Yeah, but with Saran wrap, it was like, well, you should run through like a couple of his documents. It is hilarious the way that goes.
Started laughing, man, because I wasn't on the video, or I had to mute all muted, right? But he's like, Your Honor, he just said the exact opposite of the law. Oh, am I even in the camera right now? Let me turn it off. It's probably getting warm. Oh, geez. Without looking at my notes down there, that's kind of like I mentioned, I'm sure Jeremy covered it real well, but that's just my. I haven't even talked to Jeremy about it. But that's just my interpretation of what all went down. Now, if I could be wrong or something, I could be. I very well could be. I don't know. However, it was man, it was something to watch. So I can only imagine like one of those other court cases would be like to watch. Oh man, you guys,
Indeed.
one day you guys will get some legs and y'all can walk behind me. I ain't gotta keep coming back and grabbing you all and taking you with me. Come on. All right, we got the rest of these to do. Ow, ow. Ow, 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 ow. Oh, they're slowing down, hit my ankle.
Oh no.
Oh no.
All right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pick this thing up. And if I had feelings, I'd beat it like it did. Just kidding. So what happened was this thing swing down. Can y'all see?
Oh no.
Boom! Hit me right in my ankle.
That would hurt bad.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna set you guys up, and you probably didn't see that. We're gonna fast forward this.
I gotta fast forward over the thing.
That's why Travis, it's so funny. He hasn't stopped working the whole time.
No, he works it out, man, all the time. He's always moving, you know?
Yep.
Ta-da!
Did he build that thing?
All right, now I gotta pick these up. Your Honor, what he just said was the exact opposite of what the law states. Oh my goodness, that was funny.
That is amazing. that it's the opposite of what the law is.
Well, yeah, because Saran Wrap was arguing that that they were entitled to fees because of the stay and whatever, but the law very specifically says that a bankruptcy stay, it's up to the trial judge whether to they can break that stay depending on the circumstance. So yeah, I mean, what he was arguing was contrary to law. The law says that no, a trial judge has the wherewithal to break a stay if it is in this situation, for instance. In fact, he could have gone further. He could have actually given sanctions, but to be safe, he decided, no, I'm going to wait. I'm telling you, you qualify for them, but we're going to wait till the bankruptcy is over and then I'll assign them.
Well, yeah, he played it very carefully in his assessment of it. Now, honestly, I think that's about. Let me just make sure. Like I've got the transcript in front of me, but I think most of the rest. I'm gonna see if Travis would want to do a live stream, or at least a shorter one, and talk about some stuff that's going on. Because I would love to, people like himself.
As long as it's not Jay, I approve. As long as you keep that pear-headed moron off of this show, I'm fine.
That's so sad.
Travis, I'll allow it.
So sad for Jay.
Well, it's his own dumb fault. He keeps trying to horn in on what's mine. You'd think he would learn eventually.
You're like, stay away. Stay in your lane, boy.
Stay in your lane. Exactly.
Man, maybe he needs that dude, Rich, to put him in his place. Come on, Rich, put Jay in his place. Come on.
Yeah. My Twitter troll.
Yeah. I mean,
well, you know me, I'm just riding on your coattails, just riding away.
To be like, well, that Jay. Oh my God, I had something funny happen. I was playing a video game the other day and Jay appeared. For real, not even kidding. Check this out. I got to find it real quick. Give me a second. Melody.
Oh, I can't wait.
Oh, it's so funny. Because I learned something the other day from a video too. They say that you don't learn anything from short videos. Yes, I learned a little bit of Chinese. Wu bu zai hu. Wu bu zai hu.
I'm sure you're pronouncing that totally wrong.
I'm looking at it right now. Wu bu zai hu. Mm-hmm.
And what does that mean?
Means I don't give a fuck. Even the person who posted it was nice enough to put a phonetic pronunciation and everything. It was amazing.
Nice.
Yeah. So I was like, all right. But yeah, check this out. So I was playing a video game and oh my God, this is so funny. And then on the screen, it gives you like It gives you a walkthrough. It tells you what's going on. You know, oh, you've seen a Goblin King or Prince, whatever. Then here one, you curiously watch a pear-shaped creature wielding a sharp stick. The next second, it swings at you. I was like,
a pear-shaped creature? You can't even escape in your video games.
I know. I was like, man, you got him mad
everywhere.
You got him pissed off because he didn't get to co-host one day. Let that Megan say those terrible things about me, and he took a stick at me.
Oh my God!
And why are you getting him worked up like that? I did think that was funny though when it popped up. Oh, I found something else that was kind of awesome. So in my vehicle, you know your headrest in your vehicle. I found an amazing headrest. Check this out. Boom! Look at that.
Oh.
Oh, baby. Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
That is my vehicle, by the way.
I love it. Where did you get that?
I found them on the ThATuMBRELLAgUy.
No way.
Yep. I found it for $3 dues, you know? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, for some reason, so funny enough, my mom had asked me to order something for her. And then I ordered something for myself. And there was one other. I think it was for the kids. They wanted something that she wanted to knock off something. I can't remember what it was. But anyway, every one of them doesn't arrive on time. So they give you $5, you know. Then one of them gets lost in the mail. So they refund me that. And I wake up one day and I'm like, I have $54 in Temu money. Because it started out, it's like $15, but with packages like getting lost and all this other stuff, they had comped me up like none of their fake, get a penny if you buy $1 million.
Yeah, right.
Really, $50 freaking in Temu money. So it's like,
that's awesome.
With Temu money, this right here. That's what I'm gonna do. So pretty. Rests my gorgeous head on that. I'm in the back seat too. Yeah,
it's perfect.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, man, it knows exactly what I need when it's recommended this awesomeness. Oh man, but anyway,
perfect.
I'm going to. I think I'm going to super chats here. You sticking or you out of here?
No, I'm gonna go. I'm tired. I'm going to bed. Good night, chat.
Later, chat. SF kicked it off. Over under on Megan being on time. She was, well, it depends on what you call on time. It's funny. She was, if you call 7 o'clock on time, none of us are on time. Because I'll pull up stuff. I give myself, we know when we start. We start about, I aim for 15 minutes. It gives everything. Plus the kids, they always have something going on. It always happens right at 7, right when the show's going to kick up. So, and it gives people a chance. So if you're saying 7, nobody's on time. Now, as far as 7:15, she was here 2 minutes early. So 7:13. It was on time. Yes. You got to remember that is on time. So yes, she was on time today. It's funny too, when you, good Lord, give me a second here. When you look at how hectic everything that's been going on with like Megan, myself, I'm like, some days, getting in here on time at all is amazing. Max Lab, thank you for the super chat there. It doesn't allow a statement on that, but that is indeed its statement. Thank you, my friend. Christine, thank you for 12 months there. Oh yeah, 60th birthday and a membership birthday. That's amazing. Well, you know what we need? We need a birthday song.
Happy birthday from both of us to you.
All of us.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
May all your dreams come true. Happy birthday. We love to have you here. Happy birthday. Here's to another year.
Heck yeah. Many, many hope you had a great one, by the way. Love to you too. Appreciate you. Mel, what's up, Mel? 23 months. You're about to have a freaking 2-year membership anniversary yourself. Thank you, my friend. And it's good to see you. Appreciate you. Fallen Hero, thank you for the gifted membership. Appreciate you there. Thank you very much. It's good to see you as always, my friend. Can't say that enough. Thank you. Emma, thanks for the 2. Hope you're feeling better. Yeah, I'm doing a back and forth. I'm gonna check my blood pressure on it. It goes back and forth. Like I said, it's weird. And it's really weird too, because sooner or later, I gotta let all this stuff clear, but the medication fights off something. So you'll hear it pumping up real quick. I'm going to check it while I'm doing this because it fluctuates. And when I set forward, it's bad. But I'm like, really? I've got to wait how many days to get this thing situated? This is nuts. What's really nuts about it is if I would have been taking the medication, the Flutacort, if I would have taken it as prescribed and that kept happening, like it would have kicked up like that, because what that does is it makes your blood pressure go way up too. So this other stuff, if I would have continued to do it, I'd have a real problem, but luckily I've learned one thing from medical professionals. They will give you tools, but they will also they'll be the tool to your demise if you don't listen to yourself. So let's see. Miss Tammy, thanks for the 5 there. Tug, Hales did a members video today. He says he's going to take ThATU to appeal and hire if needed to. Yeah, I mean, of course they've got to appeal it. Of course, 100%. You appeal it. What I look at right now, I think one of the things they would have to do, and again, I'm not privy. I don't want to know this stuff, what their strategy is, but I would definitely. The judge is not an impartial person in this. The judge has made enough statements in it that it's unreal. Yeah, my blood pressure right now is running. See, it's still crazy up. It's still at 135 or 92, which is definitely elevated. Now there's no pain or anything with it. It gets that swimmy feeling, when it gets too high. But it's been doing that to me for days now. It's crazy. But yeah, if I kept taking that stuff, oh my God. So I've been watching it though, and I've been taking it as easy as I can. I've been trying not to do anything extra, and that's allowed me. I mean, again, I functioned pretty well on the live stream, but that elevation, it's strange because before mine was dropping down to levels that were unreal, but they gave me just dropping like unreal. And they gave me medication, told me to add certain things in my diet that are not healthy, by the way, and also to add another medication. And after that, my blood pressure went through the freaking roof. So, and it's stayed there for a couple of days. They said it should clear in about 4 days. So I've been keeping an eye on it though. But it does prove one thing to me, that it's definitely not been my heart, because these people have, I'm going to say they haven't been nice to it. It's wild. Sometimes I'm like, are doctors trying to kill you? But anyway, let's see. Oh, it's so weird. Yeah, the judge was so out of the loop with the nonsense of bans. All of it, man. All of it. I agree, Valor. It's unreal. But it was unreal. This judge was taking funding that is used for things like educational purposes and was offering it for a lawyer for Lynette Preston. How in the world can you claim impartiality when that's not something that is ever, and if the court is paying, is helping with that? Again, who represents? See, this is the question with a lawyer. The question is, who is actually represented in this? If they step in because the court puts up a request that somebody gets it, again, how can you ever claim impartiality? I found that move to just be unreal. You don't see, in civil cases, you don't see things like that happen, like ever. He had opinions about, again, he brought up Fed. He not only brought up Fed 1, but on top of it, he brought up the Dan Owen case, which is nuts. Like, why is he bringing up Dan Owen exactly? What does that have to do with, anything whatsoever? And more importantly, how did he know about that? Like I said, one of the parties that consistently talked about stuff like that in emails was Paint Chips. Did he find out about it because they're talking out of school about a person in the courthouse? I mean, it makes you wonder. But what it all says to me is, can you trust a person to be impartial? And again, that is beyond about, like, one of the things the antis cannot register in their thick, dim little light bulbs that they have there is the idea that a judge can be a bad judge and you could still get something out of it. They hated this guy until now he's the greatest judge ever. But they spent all that time. Remember when Bruce wanted him removed? Do you remember him writing the court and asking? Maybe Randy should have gone with that back then. I don't know. I don't even know if that would have worked back then. The judge probably would have went ape shit with, Bruce tried to get him removed, insulted him, didn't show up or anything. He does nothing. You think they're pen pals or something. I mean, it's fucking, maybe, with all the letters that are writing out of school, who knows who is a pen pal. It's just nuts. DeFloofy, man, it is so good to see you, my friend. Thanks for the 9 months, my friend. DeFloofy is one step closer to getting home. That's great. Sending purrs to Bug and Tug, all for ongoing support. Man, loved you, my friend. It's good. I'm glad to hear that you are slowly but steadily making your way back home. That's ultimately, at the end of the day, that is what it truly matters. Like I said, love to you. Appreciate you, my friend. I'm a favorite. Thanks for the 14 months. Almost dinner. Is that about the bandage talk? Oh, you're talking about the possum, right? Yep, that's some Southern dinner. There was a show that it was called Ultimate Cheapskates. It used to come on. I don't know if any of you ever caught that, but there were these people that this guy and his wife, they pull over in one episode and they're looking at roadkill, like no joke. And they're talking about, for saving money. They're like, oh yeah, right there. Those would be good gloves for the kids for winter. It was like, what? What? That show was amazing. If you have never seen it, you should look it up. Oh my Lord. It's one of those shows like from the, I guess, I can't remember if it's late 90s or the aughts, but some of that, back in the days when you had extreme couponing and stuff like that. I love that. 1 second. I'm looking something up real quick. There's all kinds of, let's see. I'm looking up there's a couple of shows that were pretty good back in the day. They also had all their weird love shows, like VH1 shows. Those were amazing too. Like The Pickup Artist. The Pickup Artist is singularly one of the most amazing shows that has ever been created. I know this is random, but if you have never seen that cringe-inducing show, it is amazing. This guy who by himself is one of the cringiest human beings I've ever seen. And he's coaching men on how to pick up women. They'll do like fake, oh, we're going to a bar. They have these 12 really awkward guys and they're before and after, and essentially he's trying to teach them how to be sleazy like him. And it is amazing. It is one of the most amazing shows I've ever watched. I love that. I love that show. You don't see it much anymore because that kind of a show is, it's so sexist and just wrong, but it's amazing. It's like watching a car. If you've never seen it, again, you need to look it up. Pickup Artist. Such a good show for all the wrong reasons. Hey, what's up, Rio baby? Thanks for the 41 months. You know what Southern folk call an armadillo? Possum half shell. Indeed. You know, until recently, meaning the last, say, 3 to 5 years, I had never seen an armadillo this far south. You know, they were always something that you would see toward the western states. You know, we'd never seen big armored rats like that. But lately, the incursion has brought them as far as Tennessee. I've actually seen armadillos. I had never seen one before. We used to never have armadillos, but we've started having them. It's so bizarre. We'd have possums everywhere, you know. You'd have those big trash can rats on trying to get in your stuff, you know, but it's crazy. A white rabbit ant. Thanks for the. How are you, Megan? Still, I should have asked her. I should have asked her. And the Undertaker. Thanks for the 2. We have a drunk Megan and high. No, I'm actually dead sober, man. This is just 100% me. Usually, if I'm not medicated, I'm probably funnier. I can be really fun. Like I said, if I'm extremely medicated, like a procedure or something might be, but I will, you know, back in the day, some of the funniest shows I guess I have been a part of, though, I went, you know, because I'm the primary of my kids. So I don't drink or do anything really at all. But back in the day, and I've been doing this for a while, we would have celebration streams or something, and we'd drink, you know, we'd go on. And I went on with Yellow Flash one time, and oh my God, that show, one of those shows was so crazy. He doesn't drink anymore either, you know. But the spectacle of it, Lord. He doesn't drink like that. I mean, he may drink some, but not like that. But he drank so much in a stream one time. He kept making these weird noises like, woo. I was like, what are you doing, man? He was trying to play the microphone like a kazoo. It was the most bizarre thing I've ever seen. William, thanks for the 5. Tell Megan, my mom got asked to leave the grief group. She tried to use it as a place to pick up a new interest. I'm clipping that, William. I am clipping that, and I'm going to send it to her. That is absolutely amazing. You know what? You know what's really bad, though? I mean, ultimately, are you supposed to? Are you not supposed to show any interest in other humans? I realize it's grieving, but you know, at the same time, people meet people in weird places, you know, and you definitely know everybody there is available. I mean, it's terrible maybe to say, but at the same time, maybe not. Cat, thanks for 5. I cannot be blamed for day drinking encouragement today. I played the 5th for last Thursday. Indeed. That's funny. Here's your daddy. Thanks for the 2. Joust with Loofamobile, catch an S to the D to the D. That's right. I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. I would not joust with the Loofamobile because that thing would explode into God knows what, and it would be disgusting. Max Lab. Thanks for the 2. Don't forget the Hinkle Doc. Yeah, it's 163. I need to bring that up. Actually, I need to bring up the John Doe filing anyway. It's so bizarre. Like these weird tactics that they have. It's attachment to Fed too, and I'll bring it up this weekend. But ended up getting shot down. You know, like you can't file, and you know there's another document after that actually that's coming up as well. I can't remember. Give me a second. But there was something else that was tied to that too, and it's so crazy because you have somebody that's writing again. They're trying to disrupt the court, and when they're trying to disrupt the court, they'll do anything to do it. You know, they will do absolutely freaking anything to try to disrupt the court, and it's lunacy. I mean, honestly, like a judge that truly gave a shit about See, I hate this because I don't think that Jeremy Hales has a even playing field. Like I said, regardless of what you think about the filing or anything else, I think this judge is biased as hell. There were things that he did that just I think is wrong. I think that they come across as wrong. It's just, like I said, it's absolute lunacy. Yeah, Hinkle though. Hinkle shot down. Too bad, like I said, too bad they've let the case, anytime like they stand up and do something, it's followed up by stupidity where you've had these people, again, they've derailed the court and the court allowed it to happen. So, them trying to drop the hammer now is a little too late. By the way, this weekend, I am going to play part of the Lynette Preston discussion. I've been working on, again, there's certain parts, like I said, I'm always going to cut off the beginning because if they want to, Lynette Preston absolutely knows that we had a conversation. She absolutely knows that she gave consent. But if they want to play that they didn't have consent, first of all, I'm in a one-party state anyway, so good luck with that. But that means that I myself only have to consent to it. But beyond that, I still got consent. And if they want to play that game, I will make them pay for it. But I'll show you something in 1 second. Sassy, thank you. First of all, thank you for the 5 gifted memberships. That's awesome. I saw people talking about them too. They definitely appreciated them. So thank you with that. But out of this, like I've been working on, again, I think it's funny to be like, okay, you want to play that game? We'll play that game. But out of this, you can see the look at all this stuff. Look, there's so much more too. Look, look at all that Lynette Preston just in this little part alone. Look at all that goodness. And since she wants to say that all this stuff is a lie, there was never a conversation, she never talked about the donos, and they want to lie about the donations, I think I'm going to play a lot of it, quite a bit, just because I've been waiting for the perfect time, and the perfect time when they, again, we've gotten to the place in the bankruptcy stuff where they're playing a nasty game, and the game ultimately, it took from people that didn't have to give in some cases. And it enriched the people that took. So I think it'd be interesting to hear what Lynette says about so many things, don't you? Jane, thank you for the 13 months there. Thank you. Appreciate you there. Love you guys. So good to be here. Well, I'm so glad you are here. Thank you. Appreciate you. Allie, what's up, Allie? Thanks for the 5. Have you ever noticed it always stupid Dave and paint chips? They can't get enough servings. Well, indeed. Dave says he's losing weight. Hope so. Turning off my jerkometer for just a second, be good for him to get in better shape, because he's definitely in the bad one right now, and one of the things in life too that doesn't work out, you can blame people, like you can blame Jeremy Hales for all your problems in life, but ultimately it won't remedy a damn thing, because Jeremy Hales isn't responsible for your problems. You're responsible for your problems and the solutions to it, and hopefully he'll get off his ass and do something else. You watch these people, they'll slip back to their old ways now that they think they're clear. They'll amp up, and it's so amazing. Remember, Lynette Preston's the one who's been abandoned in all of this. Remember, it's supposed to be about her, right? But Sue, thanks for 5. Make no mistake, mediators have connection to both parties. Sometimes well, you have with mediators, there's always the court's always asking you to come in and to arbitrate. And yes, there's a person in the middle. Sometimes it's court assigned. Sometimes they just agree on a person and they bring in like an outside, a lot of times a retired judge. That's typically what you see. Like for example, that just happened with Blake Lively. They just had a mediator. You know, judges, they ask you to have a mediation session. So if you keep up with any of that, you had Blake Lively. Like I said, they got and Justin Baldoni. They had them come in, and well, obviously that's going to go forward. So Daily Dysfunction, what's up, Daily Dysfunction? I hope you're doing great there. I like your avatar, by the way. That looks great. I love playing with AI. I love real artists. You know, here's the thing: if I have a project that I need to do, somebody like there's a few really good people out there. I'll tell you, like Dead Punk. Dead Punk, if you ever have work you need done, Dead Punk's a good one. Very good artist. If I'm playing around and goofing off, I'll play with AI. So, you know, I love when AI, like just playing, like again, the mobile joust and stuff, you have fun. But you know what? It's amazing. Like that with Dead Punk, just bringing this in, I know it's random here, but I'm just talking anyway. With Dead Punk, one of the things I enjoy is with a good artist like this guy, you could tell, I could be like, hey, why don't you make me up something with a mobility scooter joust, right? And one of the things that AI cannot replicate, it's not just talent, but it's a mindset. A person with a really good, really funny mindset. Yeah, it's right there. Support your artists. I guess that's what I'm saying. Support people like Dead Punk. But I love your avatar like that. I love making like avatars. So I make goofy ones. But, you know, Dead Punk is the person that solved my AI problem with the mask. I could never get AI to get the mask right, ever. And Dead Punk created 2 drawings that they showed the mask almost. There was one that showed it not just from the front, but around the side, like a mask. And AI finally, it caught on and it made a few different detailed ones. And finally, it could play around, but it can never create. It only replicates. Man, like I said, I'm just hyping Dead Punk too. I like his work, man. Craig dropped that hundo, by the way. Thank you, Craig, man. I appreciate you too. I appreciate the support as well. Also, the other night, I know there were about 30 super chats when I stopped the live stream. I hate doing that. I hate not reading your super chats. I find that, you know, you guys back the channel. I think unless there's an emergency or something, I find it disrespectful, you know. So I do apologize for that. That's one thing. Could not be helped, but still, I do apologize for that because you make the channel happen. So Sherry, thanks for the 10. Please never say anything about cook stuff again. You have won this round. You folks, this round. Joan, thanks for the 20 there. Breaking news. Judge, which judge? Who's got demoted? Which judge got demoted? Clarify that if you would. I'm curious. Are you maybe I'm missing a joke there, or is that a real statement? Like I said, I'm just making sure. Somebody said, sleep through that hangover, man. Scott, what's up? Scott from West Tennessee. Can we get a Ricardo Law tug off his med stream? The breadstick money earned would be off the charts. Yeah, we've had some pretty funny ones. Oh, is that a Judge Grudge? Was Judge Grudge was he demoted or something? Did something happen with him? Can somebody look that up? It could be a joke, and I just don't remember the timing of it. So, you know, if there's something that came up with that, let me know. Or maybe it's just talking about how shitty he is compared to, you know, belief, though. Maybe that's the statement, too. Like I said, maybe I'm just not reading my fucking statements there. Ever heard about Judge There's annex toward LMOP. Well, that's the thing. You know, Trish said, you know, I never heard about the annex towards LMNOP. You know, the mindset has been, if you notice, despite all these crazy things these people have done, Bolitho seems very set on correcting Randy about even the most minuscule thing. You didn't see him when BBB was filing dozens and dozens of, he wasn't coming in saying, hey, stop it. He finally did when things went insane before the hearing. But what led up to that? I mean, he complained at Randy for writing responses in Fed 1 to the insanity that was going on. And that by itself, I think it says a lot. I think it does. But yeah, we've had some crazy live streams. You know, again, the whole Tugs Tits thing. Those are from there. But I mean, we've had some pretty crazy ones. Now, his humor and my humor style, my humor is much drier. You know, sometimes every now and then, like today, I think I was a little spicier, but it's a moment, you know. Usually my humor is very like dry, you know, just that way. And Nick he's a very witty person too. He's very good on his feet of thinking up stuff. That's why he, you know, as you could see why you would want somebody like that trying to go into law, you know, because a lot of law, if you can ever get to the courtroom part of it, it's a verbal joust. You know, you're convincing a jury. But yeah, he's funny. He's crazy sometimes too, man. Andre, thanks for the 2 coconut cream breadsticks for you to chew on. That actually does not sound bad, to be honest. Appreciate it. Man, my little one just scared the crap out of me. She came down here, and I have some chairs in here where you can come in and watch TV. I can like work on stuff while I'm down. There's another side of the room, and she crawled into one of the chairs and went to sleep. And I looked over, you know, and I saw her move. I was like, what in the world? But she snuck down here and I didn't see her. Scared. And Travis, thanks for the vibe. I love a mobility scooter. Joust, bring it by Texas. I used to build racing lawnmowers. Oh, that would be awesome for lawnmower races down here. Built race cars. See, I think that would be fun. You soup that thing up, you know, open it up. I think it'd be awesome. You could see it like, you know, cool, souped up, got blowers on it and stuff. I'm telling you, mobility scooter jousting would be the way. I'm going to make just a mobility, instead of jousting, I want to put one together that looks like an advertisement for mobility scooter jousting. I think that would be awesome. We really do need to have that. Give me a second. I want a picture like an ad for mobility scooter jousting. This figure on a mobility scooter in armor. Cool. Funny like a parody. All right. I think that'll be fun. Okay. I'm telling it how to put that command. You know what's crazy is it won't let me make pictures of all kinds of stuff, but it will put me on a lawnmower jousting with an obese woman with her pants slipping down, and it looks like she's wearing a string like thong. Like, gross. What is wrong with you, AI? I didn't ask for that. William, thanks for the vibe. But out there, yeah, I would go out there to watch in person, sell tickets. Exactly. Wouldn't that be amazing? I think that would be it. I think it would be. You know, I love your name on there, by the way. I absolutely love it. Thanks for the 10. So we need a category for Doug and Marla's mobility scooter joust off. Yeah, that would be amazing. You know, place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. We really do need to turn that into an Olympic sport, to be honest. Oh my God. Oh, this thing is so racist, man. Oh my God. I have a Tug picture where he's like in a Mr. Rogers outfit. And oh my God, that's amazing. Look at this. It outdid itself though for the mobility scooter jousting. I'm going to put this up here. Check this out. What do you think? Here's an advertisement for a mobility scooter jousting. How's that? Arm up and charge into glory. You love it. Oh, you gotta love that. That's amazing. Look, I'm a Targaryen. Oh my God. Yeah. So AI, what I was saying is, I have a a Mr. Rogers look, right, on one of them, and I told it to make him look like a gangster, and it took gangster and it made it like a rapper, but it gave him fried chicken, Marlboros, a gold chain, a pew pew. Was like, oh my God, this stuff. Well, what does that have to do with? I mean, it's racist as hell. Oh Lord. Anyway, Wanda, thanks for the vibe. Tell got a mobility scooter, electric wheelchair. You bar. Hell yeah. See, that's amazing. That would be awesome. I think we could really settle our differences there. Travis, thanks for the 2 there. They may have weighed, but when you go through 30, you'll win. When you go 30, yeah, I guess that will be funny. You use the force to try to knock them off there. Oh Lord. Tracy, thanks for the 5. Appreciate the 5 gifted memberships, by the way. That is amazing. I like 2 of you now. You have 5 giftos. And again, much appreciate you all. I saw people talking about gifted memberships. People were like, oh, I got some. Thank you for that. You all make that happen. Thank you. Bar, thanks for the 7 months there. Hello. I hope you are doing well this evening. I'm late, so I'll catch up. Well, hey, I hope you are doing very well this evening as well. I hope, oh man, I hope everybody's having a great one. I hope you are. Nina, thanks for the 5. I made it to 55 today. I have to go to bed, but well, hope to hear a birthday song. Yes, of course. Of course you are going to have that. And congrats, every year, I feel more and more fortunate as I get older to have another one.
Happy birthday from both of us to you. Happy birthday. May all your dreams come true. Happy birthday. We love to have you here. Happy birthday. Here's to another year.
That's right. Healthy, productive years. Amen. Appreciate you. I hope you had a good one. Hope you had a good rest when you catch this too. Shifter, what's up, man? Thanks to the 5. Tug, I have a mobility scooter you or Megan can borrow. Heck yeah, only use occasionally. My brother lives in Florida. We'll bring it down from Ohio. Look at that. Would you mind if I, those, those souped up blowers that you ever seen, like those drag racing mowers? They got blowers and stuff coming out of them. Would you mind if I soup it up? I think it'll be amazing. Vanessa, thanks for the Tug. Hope you're feeling better. We also miss our favorite bug boo. Please send her a love and hugs. Get her new lip gloss. Well, thank you, first of all. Am I feeling better? I don't know. One of the things that I have definitely had from this is a consistently loud ringing in my right ear. It's but I've had that for a while, but this one is loud because, again, elevated blood pressure. I'm like, I kept thinking, I was like, it's weird though. I think the elevated blood pressure has been easier to deal with than the low. The low just tanks out of nowhere, and it's like, oh, but I don't know yet. But if it doesn't clear up in about 4 days, I'm going to go, like, I would say Monday. If it hasn't cleared, I've given them their time. I'm going to go and, to see about treating it. It's just weird. Like, I go in for one problem with ultra low blood pressure. I mean, like I said, bottomed out bad. And now I'm sitting here and my blood pressure's like, I haven't taken a med, and God, it's been 2 days plus, and it's still it's like, wow, this is weird. But yeah, it's good as long as I have to set back and I have to relax to a point. And unfortunately, with all this stuff, I've had to really curb what I do in the days, some days. And that's, with 2 kids, that's really hard to do. I would say waiting on doctors and stuff. If I had a regular type of job, I would be looking at, I would not be able to hold it currently, which is crazy to think about. Luckily, I have this. So, but it is nuts to think about. ThATuMBRELLAgUY, thanks for the 10. 2 scooters enter. 1 man and scooter leaves. Yes, we could do a Mad Max kind of theme. Let's see. Now remake this and do it with a Mad Max Thunderdome theme. 2 man enter. 1 man leaves. I'm gonna have it redo the thing with the Mad Max one. I love Mad Max. Anytime to use it, and thank you. That's a good note there, Marissa. Oh, thanks for the vibe there. Megan sounds like she's hurting from her strong drink earlier. Yeah, she sounded like she was starting to tap out a little bit. Like it's catching her with her phone. It does after a minute. She did great on the show though. Oh, that's funny. Oh my God, Megan, that is hilarious. I got sent an image that is amazing. By the way, I love this stuff. Megan's funny. Megan's a great co-host. She's a nut, She's such a nut. So that's these people, man. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna show you a new one, a new picture. It's pretty good. Send it over. I've got to send it to myself though. Give me 1 minute. I want to show you this one real quick. I have a lot of fun though. Like I said, Megan's a great co-host. She's a lot of fun to goof off with. It's hard to find a co-host period that doesn't personalize things. That's been in this, and that has a sense of humor. So that's Megan, like I said, she came from the check it out. Look at that. That's amazing. Which one? The angel on your shoulder or the devil on your shoulder? Willing on your shoulder? That's amazing. But Megan came from talking with the circles, like you see the ones that Ricada runs in. So they can be rough sometimes. If you hold her own, props to her. Bridget, thanks for too. Hey, Bug, surprises coming soon for you and oh, awesome. Awesome. Somebody asked me the other day if something had arrived, by the way. And I asked them just to make sure. I like to credit people, and I like to make sure that I you know, make sure I've got the right person. And I like to tell you thank you if you write me. But I asked them to write, and they didn't. Maybe they didn't hear it afterwards or whatever. But if you would write me about that, because like I said, when people send something, if you send something, write me too. Because like I said, I like to tell you thank you personally. And there's so many people, I don't know who, you know, even if I know a name, I may not know your email or something. And I just, like I said, I like to tell everybody thank you. So, and thank you there. They'll love that. They love getting something. So thank you. Diet Line again, thanks for the 5. I had a statement, but I forgot what it was. So now now I again have no statement. I guess that is still a statement in and of itself. Indeed. Indeed. I love it. I love it. I love that people like make jokes about that too. I do. I love that. Yeah. That's a statement in and of itself. I just love that. I love the fact that that there's so many things. Like again, I say that as well, I say it repeatedly. You know, anytime something comes in and it doesn't have a statement on it, I mean, there is a statement. It is. You back a channel, it is a statement. And I love that people make comedy out of it. With a Mr. Deal Good character. Right. I'm giving the AI some commands. I like that though. That is really funny. Puzzle Puzzler, thanks for the 2. New game. Hungry bankruptcy lawyers. Oh my God. Could you imagine? Oh my God. Somebody needs to mock that up. With all of them like little hungry hippos trying to grab some little pellets. Jeremy Hale is dropping. American Woman Thrifter, thanks for the 2. Would this actually be considered a win for them? Fed 2, if it's long, I mean, yeah, I would take a victory lap on it for sure. But at the same time, what they don't realize is even in the, first of all, they've sacrificed Lynette Preston. The ego, the hubris, you know, when you look at these people, look at their response to Fed 2. So would that be a win? Yeah, I mean, some of them, you know, ultimately, some of them in the moment, they're gonna walk. So yeah, but at the same time, it's a loss too, because again, what did they do to Lynette? Bankruptcy. There are other ways to you know, go back, regroup. And again, if that is an if, because it hasn't been dismissed or anything yet. But if it does, I mean, yeah, I you know, we're just being fair. I would definitely talk about it being a win for me. So, you know, but on that, but the thing is, they are not smart enough to take a win and walk away. They will take that and they will take it as a sign that they can do anything. And you look at the stuff that they have done in the last, let's just look at the last 3 months. You know, in the last 3 months, they have claimed so many horrendous things about Hales that they have walked themselves into, even Fed 2, some of the claims that are there with a business and other things. Yeah, that's bad. You know what's really bad, though? When you accuse someone of SA, you plot and conspire with them to create that. And then you do live streams repeatedly talking about the man's, let's say, private bits. You say that there's a video out there and stuff. At first you say there's a video. Then you say, well, you haven't seen anything, of course. And then they say, well, actually the person, they were shown a video, but nobody has it anymore. So, you know, those kind of claims by themselves are really bad things. So I think, I don't think that in that, now again, like I say, these people are just not smart enough to, like in the moment, Hale's, if one thing, he is a very motivated individual. And these people wanted war. They wanted war with somebody that they have said has a lot of money and is litigious, he will sue you, and he will keep suing you. He will go after you. And if not, there are other ways. Like I said, there are other ways to approach them. The craziest thing, though, is like Hale's been a decent person about it. He hasn't stooped to their level, because if the courts allow their level, you know, I mean, you imagine again, if he were to create rumors like they created, can you imagine? Imagine the fits you would hear about. Be unreal, wouldn't it? Yeah, right now there hasn't been anything decided yet. You know, there's been a recommendation, so we'll see where it goes. I mean, again, one of the things ThATu would have cost a fortune to go forward with. We went through, a few of you have been around here for a long time. We watched, again, Vic Mignogna talk about that case. Vic Mignogna had 3 parties involved. There were 2 voice actors, and there was a company, right? During that, just to get to the anti-slap portion of it, you know, because we haven't even really gotten to much argument. We got to the anti-slap, and it cost Jeremy $100,000 to get to where he was. Now, the judge could have made that a lot cheaper too, but the judge is an a-hole. But it cost Vic Mignogna over $300,000 to get to that point. It was an insane amount of money. And that's not even, again, you look at the amount of money Hales have already spent, and then you think, again, 10 people, after you get them served, you have to file. You have to respond to every filing for 10 people. You have to go in. You have to actually go after. You have to go after all the evidence. You have to sit down. You have to depose them. Any witness that they bring in. I mean, you could be talking about with 10 people. You'd be talking about 50. I mean, depending on what they have and who they want to bring in, you could be potentially talking about 50 or more depositions. It just depends, you know, easy estimate, you know, let's just say they bring in people. You'd at least be talking, I'm sure, 20 depots and so much more. So, and again, with also one of the other things that happened with that, most of these people went pro se. When you go pro se, they collect nothing. So they wanted to, again, they were talking about, we're going to get paid because of this. You don't get paid shit. That's the way it rolls. If you want to get paid, bro, a lawyer. Travis thinks the 5. Honestly, you know, why I took myself off meds is because I quit dating. You don't have that drama BS. I die single, but I don't care. Love to you and the girls. Yeah, it depends on I think the type of meds, you know, it depends on if they're necessary or not. Like the meds that I was taking, it was because my blood pressure would drop. And like on the streams, I'd get to the point where I felt like I was going to faint, you know, like I couldn't go on anymore. But these last few days, it's weird with your blood pressure up. It feels a little bit like that too sometimes if it gets too high, you know. And like I said, it has been high, but I've been trying to do nothing, drink water, you know, eat. I won't say healthy, but better, you know. Healthy is a big word. I'm taking. You have to excuse that noise. I apologize. It's just, I keep up with it to see if it elevates while I'm doing stuff. Travis also thinks so too. U.S. hockey would be 5-1. Well, yeah, much love. You know, we have the Nashville Predators here, and I used to go with my stepfather. We used to go to games all the time. It was fun. I liked it. He was a terrible driver too. There was one day, you know, he had cancer, so he would take medication. He still got to drive. One time there, we were driving back. He drove a nice Cadillac. You know, he had a really nice car. He was a comptroller, so he had a pretty powerful position. Well, in that. Yeah, it's 126/81. So it's not terrible right now, right this minute. So that's good, you know. But anyway, he was a comptroller, and you know, again, he did pretty good for himself. But he was driving, and you know how they cone off areas. Well, he cut too close to one of the cones, and I kept hearing this noise. I was like, man, I think you hit one of those cones. You know, I told him to stop. He was like, I was like, you can't, I think it's stuck to the car or something. I had to pull over, and sure enough, he got a freaking cone wedged under the car. That's what I remember about the Preds. That's funny. Rob, thanks for the 5 there too. Jeremy mentioned on Members Only Day, Judge Grudge got demoted to a small side office. Oh, that's what that's about. That's interesting. I didn't know if there was some talk about that. Or that's funny though. That is funny. They all deserve it. Gamer Jackie, thanks for the 11 months, almost 12 months. Thank you. The worst is when you're trying to sleep and you hear your heartbeat whooshing in your, oh yeah, against the pillow. Yeah, of course. I was having that earlier. I had a pillow, you know, that makes that crinkly sound, the material. I like them when they make no noise ever and you still have problems. But I had that with that sound. I could hear that every time my heart would beat. I was like, oh my God, I'm crazy. I hear you for sure. Rob, thanks for the 5. Yeah, low does make it lightheaded. High is the silent killer. Yeah, what you mentioned is actually in range. It was did I say 85? I meant 95. 135 over 95, not 85. So that's my bad. Yeah, it's high. It's not at the insanely high place. You know, if it would have came with pain or anything, but it gets to the point where it does make me lightheaded, you know, and I see that, you know, when you get, like, you close your eyes, you see light tracers and stuff from everything you look at. Yeah. Angela, that's awesome. Angela Klein, thanks for the 2. Duel on Dead Dog Road. Oh my God, that'd be amazing. Duel on Dead Dog Road. Man, some of this stuff is freaking amazing. I love it. And Scott dropped 5 giftos there. Thank you again, Scott. Man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you quite a bit, my friend. Another fellow Tennessean too. Let me see. I also saw one other. Just give me a minute here. Hey, Starcasm. What's up, Starcasm? I appreciate you there. Sent a tenner over Cash App for whatever you need. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. You know, and I appreciate everybody. Like I said, you know, I had people, somebody wrote the other day and was like, hey, take a day off. If it's a money thing, we'll super chatters. And I was like, no, you know, part of it is a money thing, but it's also, I like to be here and hang out. I could be miserable sitting in my chair, or I could be slightly less miserable talking to you folks if I'm gonna feel like crap anyway when I have a stream, right? But I'm thinking I will be on again tomorrow. One day this weekend, I'm thinking that since the Fats decided to attack Tina, went after her so heavily, I think it would be a good thing to have her back on. What do you guys think? I think that would be a really good discussion. You know, she did a live stream and they talked a lot of nasty trash about her in the aftermath. So I think that would be something, you know, that she should be allowed to respond to these nasty weirdos. Thank you, Brett. Thanks for 35 months. That's amazing there. Gosh, almost 3 years. Thank you. Time flies, right? This is a funny stream as always. Well, thank you. I've had a lot of fun with it. I had a good time. So I appreciate y'all. But I'm not sure who's live. I haven't done a redirect. I apologize for that. If you guys would, though, I'm not sure, like I said, who's on. If it's Jay or Shizzy, but go check somebody else out. Apologies for no redirect today. I'm just still feeling kind of ugh. So appreciate you. End it here. Thanks.